Ho!
Clap for the show.
Clap for the show. Clap for the humans. Clap for the people. Clap for the world.
Yeah. Oh man, that's what our show should be called. Clapping for the
Clap
world.
for the world. Yeah, welcome to Clap for the World. Another episode.
We are the world.
Oh, I just realized I moved the logo there.
Oh
there,
yeah.
and it totally covers the subscribers.
Who cares about Alex or who is that? Lackalith?
Lackalith.
Yeah, who cares?
Who cares about our most loyal subscribers?
Exactly. They're the ones you don't need the most.
We did it.
We're
it here.
This is our second or third game of the year. This is our second game of the year.
Third.
Right? Third.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. 2018.
I'm just Swiss cheese up in the brain, I think. That's crazy. So we should actually probably also look back at our 2018 game of the year then.
I know. I kind of did actually, but I didn't get too far, and I realized I hated 2018.
You had a much worse 2018 for games than I did.
Yeah. It was Smash Bros, and that's basically it.
Hollow Knight and Dead Cells and Spider-Man and Astrobot and Tetris, Red Dead 2. Like, those are crazy games.
All good games, but yeah, nothing big for me.
I've really recently actually been playing Hollow Knight again on my Switch just because I don't have a Switch game to play just when I'm doing nothing. Yeah. And that game, it's just going to keep moving up in my estimation, I feel, as time goes on. It's so fun to play and just to listen to. And
I was just recently thinking I'm going to play that soon.
It's a perfect game.
Yeah, I got to get that. I started it once this year, but I'm going to do it.
It could just be Alex wearing on me over time. If he just says it's the game of the generation, the game of the decade enough times, right. Eventually it has to be.
That's hey!
What's up, Lacko?
Thanks for the subscription. I can thank him this time. I got a gift.
Perfect. You got a gift. You've got a gift for
2020 drop.
Oh, for 2020 drops.
Lacko hopes we had a nice Christmas. I hope you had a nice Christmas too, Lacko.
Do they do Christmas big in Germany? Is it a big deal?
Probably. I think Europe, it's pretty huge all over.
Right. I mean, it's pretty huge most of the world, actually. But yeah.
Yeah, there's probably not that many places.
But European relatives, they were always the ones who were the most into Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's very true. Man.
Whoa.
I wish I could
have goes all ours, but then at some point he's going to switch to a cabaret show on German TV. Now, that sounds great. I wish I could switch to a cabaret show on German TV.
You could start just doing cabaret.
Yeah, I don't think I could. I don't think I could do good enough cabaret or speak good enough German.
Well, do you think you can? Is miming included in cabaret?
Is what?
Could you be a pantomime cabaret? You don't have to actually speak. No, you have to talk.
Well, yeah. I'm assuming cabaret is a bunch of things.
I think of cabaret as mostly dancing.
I think of it as kind of like a variety show. Yeah, so there might be some jokes and stuff. So conceivably, you could have a mime in there.
Well, then you could
probably get booed.
But you could also just sing some You could do "Hooked on a Feeling" by David Hasselhoff. That's a German favorite.
Totally, but
sing that and
how do you do "Hooked on a Feeling" by David Hasselhoff?
Well, I think you just do it more poorly than the original band.
And shirtless?
I don't know yeah. Oh, and shirtless, yeah. Get a really hairy chest.
Yeah, and hairy.
Start going hookah chaka, hookah. Yeah.
I guess. Good. I don't know if unless I said it was the David Hasselhoff version, I don't know if anyone would get it was the David Hasselhoff version.
They wouldn't draw the German connection.
I don't think they would.
I don't even think David Hasselhoff was born in Germany, was he? I think he's just related to... He meant cabaret.
Oh, what's that?
I think he meant cabaret. I don't... What? No comedy, more political jokes. Interesting. Is it like a end of year thing?
Oh yeah, I don't know what. Yeah.
I know, in the UK last week they had their big fat quiz of the year 2020 and stuff. They're doing all their year wrap up stuff. It's pretty interesting.
We have cabaret here as well, yeah. But there's probably some dance, maybe some singing.
So your comic, someone talking a joke.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe a ventriloquist.
Like, I think drag queens are kind of the ultimate cabaret performer.
Totally. And
Like,
and burlesque as well.
Yeah, exactly.
But those are a little more not as publicly accepted.
Drag is pretty fucking huge now.
It is, but you wouldn't see it on like the
NBC.
I mean, maybe you would these days,
Oh,
but it wouldn't be like a feature, I guess.
No,
they wouldn't be like, yeah, here's the drag
saying,
number.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be like, let's say hi to the drag queen.
To the most famous drag queen we can find.
Yeah, exactly. They wouldn't be like, go to the drag queen's number, or maybe they would. Oh, but like there's no dance, no singing.
Man, only jokes where you have to use your brain.
That
sounds cool. Like just an episode of Royal Canadian Air
He says
Force.
But he says more political jokes. Ah, I see.
Oh,
so it's more of like
this hour is 22 minutes.
More of like a year in review.
Yeah, totally.
What actually happened in the year. Not like our year in review that's just about the games that came out this year. Which is way better.
Definitely. I
there's only jokes, but no silly jokes. I like that description.
Yeah, definitely. No silly. If someone starts to be silly, they get like dragged off stage by the hook.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Monty Python sergeant.
Yeah.
Alex always assumes all cabarets are just like the musical.
Oh yeah.
The musical cabaret. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Absolutely.
Kinley's given us the Rick Astley paradox, which is much too confusing to get into.
All paradoxes by nature are too confusing for me. They all make
the word itself is confusing.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, how can you have an X in a word? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's just weird.
In that way, I'm kind of jealous of Alex. Like, he's always had a cool alternative letter in his name.
It's true. Yeah.
I don't think I know anyone else with a cool alternative letter in their name.
I know, like who has like a Q in their name?
A Q or a Z?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody.
Yeah. It's true.
Quentin?
Even a K is also a little bit rare, I feel like. But there's K is not that rare.
Yeah, K is not that rare. Yeah. I know a few K's off the top of my head.
Right.
I know a guy named Kirk. That's 2 K's.
Oh, double K.
Yeah.
Do I consider Y an alternative? Nah, because Y is in a lot of like.
It's pretty common.
Yeah, more ethnic names than.
It comes at the end of a lot of names.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Shelly.
Oh yeah. But Shelby's a fun alternate name. Interesting. Yeah. I'm reading about German cabaret.
Z for sure.
A satirical review. Oh, it's like a specific thing. Interesting.
Nice. Yeah, like a funny.
Cabaret.
A funny year in review.
Yeah, but no silly.
No, it's not silly year in review. That's what this show's for.
Yeah, this is the one that's full of japes.
I wish this show could have some more silliness.
F, I immediately think of Frank and Francine. Yeah, so it's like Q. You've got like Quentin.
I know a bunch of Fs off the top of my head. Like I know a Francis.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
Frank, Fred.
F is on the same level as K, where it's not common, but it's not a rare letter.
Yeah.
McKinley's calling you out for being an American for calling Z.
Z. I always say both.
It's interchangeable for me because I've been corrected so many times in my life that my brain is just broken.
I switch it around all the time.
Yeah. And it just doesn't matter. You get the freaking point.
I do like Z better, actually.
It's a better sounding thing. It just the problem is it doesn't rhyme with
exactly
C's.
Exactly.
That's the issue. Yeah.
So true. That's it. That's the entire.
Yeah. Sesame Street is the reason
we've summed up Z and Z right there.
Yeah. Exactly. Alex is more about the cadence of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it just flows good, that's totally it.
Totally. Yeah. With the flow and the sound and the context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Context is king.
Wow. Welcome to the 2020 Game of the Year show.
Oh, man. Is our next show in the year 2021?
Yeah. This is it.
Wow.
This is our last show of the year. The next time we see everybody, it'll be next year.
Oh, we'll all be a year older.
And
that's
it'll be
how
a
that
better
works.
time.
And it will be.
Yeah.
It can't not be. Oh wait, it definitely can be worse.
It definitely can be. Yeah.
It can always just keep getting worse. But hey.
Yeah. It's gonna be good games though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm convinced of that. One interesting thing that's interesting to me that I want to talk about is I read, I think it was GameSpot's predictions for 2021.
Okay.
And
interesting.
One of the things that they predicted for the last like 4 years apparently is that Mother 3 will finally.
Did they predict it again this year?
They predicted it again this year. And their reasoning, they said that they think that it's more likely this year than ever.
Of course it is. Yeah, it's always more likely.
Because it's the 15th anniversary.
Mm.
And Nintendo's been so big recently on celebrating anniversaries.
I mean, that's true. But then it might only come out for like 4 months.
That's the thing, too. It could be a timed release. But in that article, what I read that I never knew before was that there was a rumor that in 2016 they were going to bring Mother 3 to the Wii U. Huh. And they even started looking into it.
Right.
And they decided it was too controversial.
What do you mean controversial?
There was too many things that they thought they were going to have to like change or edit out that they decided it wasn't even worth.
Is it a racy game?
Translating. And that's the thing. As soon as I read that, I was like, "Whoa!" Like I didn't consider much of anything being controversial. There's one part where you like straight up eat hallucinogenic mushrooms.
Right, but I mean, Nintendo wouldn't like that because they want it to be a kids game, I guess. But
that's the thing. It like, and on the surface, it looks like a kids game. It also has it's way heavier than Earthbound.
Right.
If you. And if anybody wasn't here on Monday, I was talking about how I played Mother 3 over the Christmas break, the translation.
Yeah. Man, I would be super into it. I would almost hope they put it out in like a deluxe form like they did with Earthbound.
Oh, it'd be amazing, yeah.
Where like you buy this, it's like gonna be like $100, but that would be so cool.
But I don't know. I'm kind of convinced they'll never do it now.
You think? Yeah. Just because.
Hey, Catman Dude is in the chat.
Catman Dude?
It says they could just give us a remaster where they don't really update anything too.
But now, if you say something that's too controversial in like a current product, it'll wreck you. It'll wreck the product.
I guess I don't know. I feel like they could. I don't think there would be anything that would catch the public.
Well, and that's the thing. Like the changes they made from Persona 5 to Persona 5 Royal, I guess there was a big controversy about homophobia in it, which I didn't see at all, where the two guys drag Kanji or Ryuji away and put him in drag.
Oh, okay.
And in this new one, they just talk to him and convince him to come away with him and do drag. Like, it's such a weird... Like, for that to even have been seen as homophobic in the first place, I guess.
But that's even... Oh, hey, Kovacs is in the chat as well.
What's up, Kovacs?
That's one that didn't even... like come up to the
didn't even reach it reached the point where people cared about it for a re-release, and that's it. I think I don't know. I think they could release it and it'd be fine. I don't think there'd be too much of a backlash, but I don't think they ever will. Yeah, it's true.
I'm kind of glad I played the fan translation now. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. I really hope they do. I'd love to see Mother 3 on the Switch next year for the 15th.
I completely agree with you, and I've kind of always thought it's never going to come out, because they would have done it on the fucking Game Boy Advance if it was ever going to come out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would love it more than anything, but it's just...
Absolutely.
Sometimes Nintendo is really mean. Sometimes Nintendo's just really mean.
Yeah, exactly. They're just going to do their... insanely dumb thing.
Because that's kind of
while they do insanely awesome things at the same time.
It's kind of like a Stockholm Syndrome situation where people just love them more for it almost. Because then when they do good things, you're just like, oh, yes.
They're doing great things like parallel at the same time as they're doing terrible things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're just like, you love it. And
Green Rabbit's in the chat. How's it going? Catman Dude says people would kick doors down to get a $40 Mother collectible on the Switch. Oh my god, I would. Yes.
Yeah, but
man, it was so good. I loved it. Rolling back into 2020 Game of the Year discussion.
Yeah,
that's the game that I played this year. That would be my favorite game.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's pretty. How many hours did it end up taking? Because it's not terribly long for an
like just under 30. It was like 20, 25 to 30. Yeah,
that's not bad.
No, it was excellent. Like I said, the first half is kind of rough. There's a lot of grinding, and they keep switching characters on you and stuff. But the second half is incredible.
Green Rabbit just wants the re-release of Super Mario 3D World. Well, that's actually coming, so you don't have to worry about it.
Your wish is granted. Yeah.
Soon too, isn't it?
Yeah, in like February, I think.
Wow, best Mario game ever. I've never played it. I can't see that being the case, but
it is. It's up there.
That's heady.
I did love it too. I remember my only problem being it was just too focused around 4 players.
Yeah.
So the levels were kind of a bit bigger, and yeah, but it was amazing. I really want to play it again. Actually, it's been a long time.
But like, is it not as good if you just play it by yourself? Because I don't intend to play it with.
I remember still loving it. I didn't play it with anybody. Yeah.
Right.
I completely loved it.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a cool one.
We heard Nintendo is also very mean when it comes to streamers and YouTubers playing these games sometimes. Yeah, it's really, especially this year.
We talked about that on our last stream too.
Yeah.
The whole Smash Brothers mess. But
which is
I don't put any blame on Nintendo for.
Yeah, that one's a bit different.
Yeah.
Because Nintendo's been super hard even on just like their music rights and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's true. It's silly. Nintendo operates kind of similarly to Disney in that way, where like they've got the vault.
Well, now, yeah, I know. It's so weird that now they're into this vault thing.
Yeah.
Because this Fire Emblem game that just came out that was like a translation, the first time that's ever been translated. That's the other thing. That's the reason I played Mother 3.
Right.
Because they released that, and I was like, oh my god, they just translated an NES game for the first time for no reason.
Was it an anniversary of that NES game of some kind? All right. So, like, the logic's still there. It could exist.
If it doesn't happen next year, that's got to be it. They can't predict. GameSpot can't predict Mother 3 on their next years.
I mean, we are at a point where like my cell phone, I can just point it at text that's in Japanese and it'll translate it to English. So I could probably play Mother 3 in Japanese.
Just really broken, yeah.
Just really bad translations the whole way through. Then I can still at least play it the official way.
Kovacs 12 says Mario 3D is February 12th, 2021. Nice.
That's pretty damn soon.
That's great.
That's probably the first game of the year.
I'm probably not going to get it because I can still just...
Because $80 for new games is still freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. And I've got my Wii U sitting there.
Right.
It's literally...
But you don't get Bowser's inside
it's right
whatever.
there, Super Mario 3D World. It's on that shelf right there.
Whoa.
And I actually really want to play it. Because I marathoned... Super Mario 64 this year. That was a game that came out this year. Was the 3D collection.
Totally.
And that was awesome. But then it made me really want to marathon Galaxy 2.
Oh yeah.
And then 3D World.
Right. Just go on a big crazy
and
Mario
then Odyssey.
Yeah.
Those are my favorites. Like I really enjoyed Sunshine and Galaxy.
Yeah.
But playing them on that All-Stars re-release just made me realize how much I love Galaxy 2 and 3D World.
Oh, totally.
And Odyssey, yeah.
Galaxy 2 should have been on there.
Oh, Green Rabbit says the Switch version has online multiplayer.
Interesting.
That's pretty cool.
He wants to know if we've heard of the KFC system. Yeah, I saw it. It's pretty stupid.
Yeah, they just announced.
I don't understand why. What's the point?
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, that's just a weird thing.
Yeah.
But it keeps your chicken crispy.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
But like, I don't believe that either. KFC can't even keep their chicken crispy.
Yeah, exactly. And just like A hot metal container isn't going to keep my chicken crispy.
No, and that system's going to overheat if you've got a hot metal container inside it.
Green Rabbit says, when we cave and get the game, you son of a bitch, I'm in. All right. Now I'm getting sold now.
You need that online.
Yeah, that sounds really fun.
That's correct. But doesn't the Switch not even have voice chat?
Kind of. It's got like that app. But you just do Discord, I think, in this day and age.
Right. Yeah, I guess. That's crazy.
Green Rabbit calls Toad? Toad's, yes.
No one wants to play as Toad.
Yeah, that's my least favorite.
I call Mario.
I'll be Peach.
Peach, I don't know what this game even plays like. No one wants to be Luigi, right?
I don't.
Cooper thinks we finally got Discord. I mean, vaguely.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, we set up a room or whatever.
Yeah.
We used it. We have been using it to chat, but actually we didn't today because we couldn't get it to work with screen sharing. But I bet you I think we figured that out now.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe. But now we're not even in Discord.
How's it going, Cooper? Alex says, how's internet fame treating you? Cooper became famous. Had a viral tweet.
Is he going to appear on Jimmy Fallon now?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
His awesome viral tweet segment.
Yeah. He'll go on with the Penguins.
Be the worst segment.
Like when you first started telling me the story, it just sounded like you were describing an episode of Parks and Rec to me. Like that actual episode of Parks and Rec almost.
Right.
Where the Penguins get married. But
didn't I try to set it up for Extra Life? For what? Oh, Discord? Yeah, we tried.
Yeah.
And failed.
The wheel turns really slowly. But it does.
Exactly. We got it going now.
Yeah.
Sort of. But just between like us.
The two of us.
Just for talking, yeah.
And we're not using it today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we're good. We're addicted to Skype. What can I say?
I miss you.
Cooper thinks it's been funny to be famous, but it's probably best it never happens to him again. Is his head getting big? Are you big timing everyone you know?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, Green Rabbit tried to call the Discord, like use a Discord command.
I don't think that's gonna do much.
No, we don't have that set. We're still pretty far behind.
Yeah.
Discord is key for games like Jackbox and Among Us, says Green Rabbit.
The thing that it all comes down to is, like, I hate talking to anyone on the phone. Like, it's a nightmare.
That's kind of true. Like, we've had nothing but nightmarish problems just between us trying
the worst thing in the world.
Get, like, things working, yeah.
Yeah.
Alex plays Among Us on Discord with some friends, like with voice chat and everything.
Wow.
McKinley asked, are we planning on setting up a channel Discord like Ben Monsters where there are multiple channels and viewers?
You people are just addicts.
Yeah, there is. I did notice there's like streamer options in Discord. Maybe someday.
I
don't know.
Someone does it for us.
Alex is, because who wants to, streaming is kind of nice without Discord as well, because who wants to talk with complete strangers? Exactly. That's kind of our...
We love you, but we don't want to speak with you.
We want to hear your voices. We want to hear your thoughts.
I also don't play games with friends.
To be honest, I don't even want to hear you, Grimpen. I want you to be here in the room.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. This is terrible unless we can do it the proper way.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
I mean, terrible is better than not at all in this crazy world. Kovacs is in a ton of hacking discords. I feel like those aren't the real hacking discords. The true hacking ones are in, like, the dark web, where everyone wears, like, cool baggy pants and Oakleys all the time and leather trench coats.
Oh, wow.
That's
you know a lot about this world.
I like, hackers are the Matrix, right? That's why people want to hack things, so you can be like Neo.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you be proud to find out that Kovacs is the one who cracked the Matrix?
Not if you dress like Neo. I don't know how proud I'd be.
I hope when the Matrix 4 comes out, that style comes back in, and you have like cyber goths walking around again. People get banned for fishing all the time. Oh, I'm sure. I see another reason not to interact with the public. They'll try and socially hack me into giving away my information.
That's true too. Yeah, they'll trick you.
Yeah.
You're just a sucker waiting.
Kovacs has a Matrix video for me. I don't know what that means.
It's gonna be cool.
But it did make me gasp momentarily, so. It's weird. I'm incredibly excited for the Matrix 4, even though there's basically no chance of it being good.
That's a 2021 thing.
I don't believe that's going to happen either. Although it's done shooting, so I guess it probably will be done. It'll
probably happen. Well, no, and it's coming out on HBO Max.
Right. Totally.
So it'll come out.
What am I watching? I'm watching it. Oh! Oh, jeez.
Your Matrix video?
That's crazy. This guy hacked the Matrix. This is a video made by Neo, clearly.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to watch that.
Oh, man.
Cooper knows a guy who legitimately still dresses like Neo. There you go. So it still happens.
Cool. That's super cool. The AR, I wish that was more. I wish VR wasn't as big a deal and augmented reality got even huger. Because AR is so crazy.
It'll get there.
It's even more mind-blowing to see the actual things in front of your face, but
the problem is there's got to be some kind of accessory, right? Like you got to have glasses or something.
I guess so.
And you inherently just look dorky, I think.
But VR, you also look dorky.
It's true, but in AR, you're expected to like go out in the world.
Yeah, be hanging out in the mall.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
McKinley's starting to learn more hacking stuff.
I don't know what I'm gonna hack. I don't got anything to hack. And like hacking that Super Nintendo Mini pushed my skills to the absolute limit.
Right.
And that's about as simple as that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I got nowhere with stuff that I've tried to hack like that.
It's hard. And it always feels like you're just one step away from breaking everything. Well, because you are.
Yeah. Well,
Kovacs got one of the Game & Watches to hack. That's exciting.
No, he says it looks. Oh no, never mind.
No,
he just bought one. That's awesome.
Yeah. He's gonna make it into some kind of thing to bring down the man.
Whoa, Watchdog style.
Watchdog style. He's gonna hack all the streetlights in our town so he can drive everywhere in rapid speed.
There's a game that came out this year. You know what I just realized? I just have to add to my list is I didn't play Assassin's Creed.
Valhalla?
Yeah.
You mean? I don't. Yeah.
That one, like, I just take it for granted that I'm gonna play that like probably 2 years from now.
Yeah, when it's $20.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't really count it. It's actually Immortals Phoenix Rising is kind of on the same level for me. I'll play that as soon as it's cheap too.
Yeah, that's another one too. It's interesting. Ubisoft had that crazy run at the end of this year.
Yeah.
That
of
was
all
like
just open world huge things that are
But they all just overcrowded each other.
Oh, it's true.
Especially because
Immortals
seems to be the one
look the same.
that like is more like a lot of people are all acknowledging more.
Right. Yeah.
But
they all got seems like actually the best of them.
Lots of love.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
But yeah, Assassin's Creed looks great to me.
Yeah, it looks the least good of the three current ones to me: Greece, Egypt, and now Norway or whatever.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm still my next up is Egypt.
Right. That's the best one. So.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say.
It was so cool. I mean, that was the best one as far as like story and characters. Like man, Bayek was so cool.
That's awesome. I'll play that in 2021.
Totally.
At some point. But But yeah, the list of stuff that I missed this year is getting pretty huge.
Yeah, well, I've been making it as we've been sitting here. I think I'm in December now, and I'm pretty much done. Yeah, there's like 20 games I would like to play still, but so few of them realistically would crack my top 10.
That's the thing. As far as ones that I missed that I think might have a chance, would be Spider-Man.
Yeah, for
sure. Half-Life Alyx.
Yeah.
Pistol Whip. I think Moon on the Switch has a chance. And after what you've been saying about it, maybe Yakuza.
Oh, man, Yakuza is probably, if we do this list again next year, it might end up being my number one. That's continued to just get more bonkers as it goes on. It's so fucking crazy.
It looks great.
And oh man, the party members are so entertaining. Like I just have a homeless guy on my team and a DMV cop, and we're just running around beating up homeless people. It's just so fun. I can't believe it's making me want to go back and play all the other Yakuza games.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. I don't know if I'd like the other ones better.
Well, this one, the reason I chose this over all of them is it has an English dub. So I could pay not full attention, but now I find I'm paying full attention because it's so crazy.
That the other ones don't? The other ones are only subtitles?
Yakuza 1 was the first one. It had a dub, and that's the one they put out on PS2 and put a huge amount of money behind it. It had like Michael Madsen and a bunch of actually like Susan Sarandon was in it, and it failed big time, so they didn't do it again since then.
Right.
Yeah. But then this one, it's got great voice acting. Like it's been really funny. Yeah.
Yeah. So those 5, and that's pretty crazy that there's 5.
Yeah.
Like
I have a Paradise Killer, I think would be in my top 10 probably if I played it. Spelunky 2 would probably make it. Ori and the Will of the Wisps, with the amount of praise it gets,
it gets tons of praise. I can't see it.
It looks like bad Hollow Knight to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but they've got to be good for how much.
I know. I am interested in playing it, and it's on Game Pass, so I can play it on there.
Oh, there you go. Are both of them?
I think so. Yeah. Right. Cooper is playing through Crash 4 right now. The only one that he wants to play that he hasn't yet is Ghost of Tsushima. I played an hour of that, just so that I could
take the
get
video
it on my list, basically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and actually, yeah, so partially so I could get a video too.
Right.
But I am putting it on my list, even though I've only played an hour.
Because you just know it would be.
Yeah, exactly.
It just just won't be your number one.
Alex is playing Spelunky 2 right now.
Yeah.
He says it's good, but it's basically Spelunky.
See, that's kind of the worry. And Spelunky is like kind of low tier roguelite for me, actually. So maybe it wouldn't make my top 10.
There you go. Interesting. I'm surprised, you didn't play it. Although I think if it had come out on the Switch, you definitely would have.
Yeah, totally.
That was like the deciding factor.
Yeah, exactly. But then, the other deciding factor was it came out 2 days after Hades, so I actually wouldn't have played it.
That's true too.
Yeah.
That was some weird timing there.
Hades ate its lunch.
Yeah, like you said, too, Streets of Rage 4. I'd love.
Yeah, that one. If we played that together, I'm sure it would be at least top 10.
I don't know if it would crack my top 10, but maybe it would.
I can't see it. Like, there's no way it's not better than Fall Guys.
If we had played it this year, then yes. But with the other 5 that I mentioned, Spider-Man, Half-Life.
Oh yeah, man, if you played everything you wanted to.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, definitely my my bottom 5 is Paper Beast, Carrion, Ghosts of Tsushima, Resident Evil 3, and Jackbox 7.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, those I mean, I still don't know quite about Tsushima where it's going to land.
Right.
But
that's the thing. Tsushima could end up in your top 5 if it's...
It could. I kind of doubt it though.
Right.
I really loved the first hour, but from what I can tell, that seems to be the best.
I know you haven't gotten ghost mode yet.
Well, but I mean, like, yeah, it looks like there's some fun gameplay stuff to come and stuff, but like, I just know that the rest is very like Assassin's Creed, just a
doing
million
the
things
bases,
to do.
Yeah, totally. But if just the stories, that's where that game is at its peak.
Yeah,
is doing the like side stories for all the characters. That's the amazing shit.
I can see that.
Yeah. But then, yeah, it's like
Kicker says, when I say bottom 5, yes, I mean my 10 to 6. Yeah, that's what I meant. Not 5 worst games.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bottom 5 is Fall Guys, Maneater, Murder by Numbers, and Jackbox 7. Oh, and Ghost of Tsushima. So Ghost of Tsushima is my number 6.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but then like Fall Guys isn't in there secure, like because I loved Fall Guys for what it was, but I also kind of hated it. So it's sort of
those are fairly easy to knock off. And for me, Jackbox, Resident Evil 3, and Carrion, even though I loved Carrion, those are sort of easy to knock off. I can see them being overtaken by Spider-Man, Half-Life, Yakuza.
Yeah, McKinley asked, what's Murder by Numbers? It's a murder mystery visual novel that you do P-Cross in. And P-Cross is the best, like, when it comes down to it, is the best game.
Yeah, and it's got, like, it was made by the guy who made Ghost Trick. If anybody played that. And it's just got, like, great music, apparently.
Got a really cool synthwave soundtrack.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's got a cool look to it. And it's got, like, really funny characters.
On a few top 10 lists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and no, I still haven't tried Pistol Whip. I feel like that probably will land on my list.
Right. Do you think it would knock off like Iron Man from your list?
Iron Man's not on my list.
Iron Man didn't even make your list.
No.
Wow.
Like Tsushima was the one where it was like, do I add it? I only played an hour of it.
And it knocked Iron Man out?
It knocked Iron Man out, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that was the thing with Yakuza for me, is I would say if I've only played an hour of it, it would be more risky. But now I'm up to, like, 12 hours. So...
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's... Yeah.
You have a better idea of where it's going to land.
Oh, man. It's so crazy. I just unlocked the movie theater, where there's a whole mini game where you're fighting against falling asleep in a movie theater, where there are these evil goat men attacking you, and you just do, like, DDR stuff to keep them away. But it's so crazy entertaining while listening to these crazy movies. Like I just watched RoboCook. Like, it's just, it's the weirdest shit.
That's so good.
I don't know. Like, it's one of those. I don't want to oversell it, but it's like the funniest thing I've ever played.
No, it sounds like I was saying a mix of Persona and Earthbound.
Yeah, in all the best ways.
Like, amazing. Like, that's...
Yeah, and the characters I'm finding are actually way more human than they were in Persona. Like, they act like normal people would in situations instead of just constantly having parties. And
right.
Yeah, it's great. Like, I can't wait to keep going through it.
Cooper adds Half-Life Alyx to his list of things he missed. He says he thinks it would take a few days to download, though.
What do you have the right VR thing to play it, Cooper? You have to play that on either a Vive or like a Rift, don't you? You can't do it on the Quest.
I believe he does.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't know.
Good.
Alex says, I wish Steam did a Your Year in Review. Yeah, I know. I wish everything did.
One of the Spotify is a huge fucking ripoff for how much they charge, but they do a really great year in review for you every year, where they break down like the genres of music that you listen to, and
that everything should do that.
Totally.
I've seen people post ones for their Switches.
Nintendo, I guess, sends out an email, but I think I opted out of those.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool. And they show like what you played like the most hours of. And...
Yeah. Well, on the Switch, you can also just look at how many hours you've played every game. But
totally. I meant to do that, but I'm sure it'd be. I'm sure Hades.
I would really love to know the number for Hades and Animal Crossing on yours, because then I'd have to add those to mine, because like the price of those games got all of that time out of it, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, those are two of the best money for value things ever. And Hades was so cheap comparatively.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a way to do it on PS3 and PS4, McKinley.
I don't think so. Maybe on like the web app. Like, there's a lot of trophy sites where you can sign into your PS PlayStation Network account, and it'll like track your trophy data in really cool ways.
Right. So,
but they're not official, and they're always a little. I don't know if I trust them.
And Cooper says, yeah, you can plug in the Quest and play Half-Life wired.
Right.
That's awesome.
You have to. That's like, but then you still have to have a good PC, don't you?
Probably. That's why Cooper said it would take a few days to download.
Right.
Or that might be just his internet connection.
Oh yeah. You can use the PS5 to find out your PS3 and 4 times. I still can't find a PS5 to save my life. Prices have only gone up, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah. The other one that I wasn't sure if I should count was Rogue Legacy 2.
Oh yeah. Is that out? Are you gonna count it when it's actually
in early access? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Hades. I could have started playing Hades last year.
But you didn't own it, and I don't know. I wonder if it goes by when you can finish a game. Like once the game is finishable, because Hades didn't have an ending up until it came out.
That's true too.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah.
Have you played any more Rogue Legacy?
No, and it's had one major update.
Okay.
Since then, yeah.
Right. Crazy.
McKinley uses Spotify on his PS4 where it's free.
Oh yeah, but then you get ads.
I
don't have time for ads. Except it's way too expensive. Like it's like $12 a month for music. Like that's stupid.
All right. Well, should we take a look at our top fives?
Oh yeah.
We don't need to go through them like one by one, but we'll just kind of talk about them in general. Like, I guess we'll even just start with the, Hades. We were just talking about it.
Oh yeah, that's sort of ending it with probably our unanimous winner, though.
I guess kind of. It's the one. Yeah, that's true. It's the closest to.
It's your number one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's my number 3, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It was so good. Alex says, damn, Hades.
It's so good.
I
wish it had a little more staying power, but that'll come eventually if they put out some expansions.
I really hope they do, yeah.
Yeah.
There's still a bunch of stuff that I haven't even got still.
Right.
But I kind of thought after a while, I was like, they're going to add something. So I'll come back when they do. But,
yeah. And I hated those guys with shields in the third area.
Oh, the third area guys were the worst.
The shield guys are the worst enemies in the whole game.
They're so annoying, and it would just be like, you'd have like a combination that would work pretty well for everything else, but something on that third level would screw you.
Yeah.
Like there's like always something on that third level that would get around your awesome setup.
Totally. Yeah, unless your setup is like actually flawless.
There was a few that were just like ridiculously like almost invincible. Yeah.
Yeah.
My God.
I think by the time I would finish playing it, I had a few builds where I did like Hades couldn't even touch me. Like I would take 0 damage in the last fight.
Right.
I was just like constantly invincible or
yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what Hades did so right. It got the formula of the combinations right.
Totally. Of being overpowered. Like it sort of like is what I love about Binding of Isaac, where there's like a low floor and a high ceiling, like where you can have a terrible run and an insane run where everything's going perfect, but it's more balanced in the middle, where like you can have a crazy good run, but you'll never have too bad of a run either.
It's true.
Like it's not as punishing as a lot of roguelites.
What blew me away too was how well it was designed for like the first few runs you do, and and the like 100th run you do.
Totally.
Like it unfolds in such a way that there's like always like it keeps giving you new stuff, even after you've like beaten the game for the first time.
It's true. For the first 10 times.
And then even the first 10 times.
Yeah.
Cooper hated Hades. Wow, that's surprising.
I know. It's true.
You played it for 7 minutes
weird,
though.
Like wackadoo taste though. So like it's mostly good, but there's always you always have a controversial pick, I feel like.
But you only play it for 7 minutes. That's not enough.
That's the thing. I played it for like 100 hours.
Once I remember playing it on stream for the first time, and I played it for about an hour, I think.
Yeah.
And I remember for the first half an hour or so, I was like, "Yeah, this is all right." And then the last half hour, 45 minutes or so, was just like.
Once you figure out the
like the time, like it just suddenly, like it just clicked, and
all you got to know is that you just have to always be dodging all over the place.
And you know what else was a big thing is the first weapon's the worst.
Oh,
once you get,
sword?
Yeah,
I'd say the gun is the worst, but yeah,
I enjoyed the gun.
The gun, I hate reloading.
Yeah, that is the worst part of the gun, but the finding the other weapons is the best part. Did you like Bastion at all, Cooper?
Oh yeah, is this music playing in the game from the music from Hades, or is this music from Bastion?
This is music from Hades.
It sounds just like Bastion.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Cooper realized Hades and Doom were basically the same game. He loved Doom and hated Hades because Doom makes him feel like he's moving forward through something.
Interesting. I think Doom's more of like a puzzle game.
And Hades has an incredible feeling of progression.
Totally.
It just takes a little while to get into it.
Like, Hades has the same kind of progression as like a Persona does, more so than a Doom.
Totally.
Where you're not progressing the game, you're progressing your relationships.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so if that's not what you're into, then it would just be the same run again and again and again and again, and you just skipping through everything in between runs.
Yeah, that's the thing. If the characters weren't grabbing you, I guess.
But they're so good.
I know, that's the thing. Like, you get so invested in them. That was one of the main things that kept me coming back.
The only bad character in that game was Dusa. She was annoying.
Yeah, she was pretty annoying.
She was the worst part.
Yeah. Alex's gun was worse by a long shot?
It's the worst weapon.
No. Sword was...
But then all the speedrunners use the gun because it's like by far the most powerful.
Yeah.
Because they do that stupid thing where you land in its grenade or whatever and it just juices you up.
Kovac says that's good life advice. Should always be dodging.
Always be dodging. See, Alex and me are on the same page with regards to Hades.
Yeah, Dusa's
terrible.
Well, that's for that. Yeah, I don't think.
I mean, because everyone else was a real character.
Yeah.
Dusa was just this annoying thing that loved you. Like.
Yeah.
But you could romance her in the end, couldn't you?
Yeah.
I chose not to, because...
Yeah, I can't remember exactly. I think I might have, but thinking you could romance more than one person. Right. But I definitely romanced Meg.
Oh, yeah. I definitely romanced Thanatos as well.
Yeah, I don't think I did, but
there was so much tension between those two.
I could never get my... like, Thanatos was just never around for me enough.
Oh, yeah. He was tough.
Yeah.
And, like, sometimes he'd show up when I was in the middle of the shittiest runs, so I would never beat him and never be able to progress it, and... Because you have to beat him at his minigame in order for him to keep going sometimes.
I got really good at that.
Some builds were crazy where you'd win, like, 30-0.
Like, that crap build right there was insane, where I had, like, the fully leveled up... crystals? Yeah. You just plop them down, and it just shot a 3 lasers that just...
Did you ever get the ones that made those homing? The homing laser crystals?
Yeah, Artemis's.
Oh, man.
Those were amazing. Stupid. Yeah, and then there were certain ones, like if you had that and the punching, the gloves, because you punched, like every time you punched, you would shoot a homing thing.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Like just the combinations were mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Something that was like, it was useless in one run would be like essential to making another run invincible.
This is why I'm like, why don't you love Binding of Isaac?
That's the best part of Binding of Isaac. It's the gameplay I don't like about Binding of Isaac.
Oh yeah, all these amazing combinations.
Absolutely, yeah. that's the main thing that I like about Binding of Isaac.
Yeah,
but I just don't like the actual like. Yeah,
true. Well, and that means like because the combinations are already so varied with what they've got that adding like one new weapon would add like 25 new things you can do.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it would be so
what
good.
New god or something. Yeah.
But then I don't even know what a new weapon would be. Like, they kind of have all the archetypes of weapons covered.
Hades Cooper liked the gameplay, just not the rogue element. Interesting.
Huh.
I think, yeah, if you'd push through it, maybe. Because I'm definitely not a rogue like fan. Like, it's
Well, and Hades also has the God mode in it, where every time you die, it increases your damage and damage resistance.
Right.
So, like, eventually you can just steamroll through to be getting the story done, and there's no penalty for doing it.
Yeah, they actually designed it so that, like, you can
anybody can beat it if
plow
you want.
through the rogue elements.
Yeah.
That combination there, where I'm throwing the trident around,
yeah,
and it repels at all the enemies when I hit them,
man. Yeah.
is basically unstoppable.
Did you get the thing that makes them take like lightning damage when they get repelled and stuff?
It maybe, or the one where they like when they get slammed into walls, they do extra damage.
Yeah. Or they can get slammed multiple times.
Yeah,
or,
it's
like that's the thing. Poseidon was the best, but he also, if you didn't get it right, he was the worst.
Yeah, he had like,
and he was kind of useless against bosses too. Except for I did have some runs where I was able to slam Hades into walls and shit.
Right, because there's isn't one of the perks where you can slam bosses into walls.
Yeah, like that's such a cool feat.
And then his legend or his greater call, where you like rode around on his wave, that was insanely good too.
That was a great one. Yeah.
You played so many games for the first time this year because you got a 360 with a few hundred games. Wow.
Yeah. That wouldn't be for this year's Game of the Year. You'd have to go back through old Game of the Year lists and add them by year.
And he wants to try Hades and Binding of Isaac at your house when things get back to normal.
Definitely do that. I think you've played Hades, or no, not Hades, Binding of Isaac before when you were much younger, but I don't know. It's not for everybody.
Cooper thinks his only big controversial takes this year were not liking Hades, God of War, or Breath of the Wild.
I mean, I agree with you on Breath of the Wild 100%.
Really?
And I still haven't played God of War. Breath of the Wild, it's too open. There's not enough direction.
It's such a good game. I can see it maybe being overrated, but it's an insanely good game.
It's no matter how good.
Not liking it is crazy.
I would never choose to go back to it. I don't know. It's a weird one.
Alex didn't want to like Poseidon, but did.
Yeah, Poseidon was great. Dionysus was probably my favorite character.
Yeah, insanely good.
What's the musical lady named again? I can't remember.
Oh yeah,
Orpheus and
his muse. Yeah. Right.
They were great.
Eurydice.
Megara was great, and her crazy murder.
Oh, and the guy with the boulder.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Boldy and Sisyphus.
You can talk to his boulder.
It's great, and like I feel like I know
good.
a lot more about Greek mythology just as a result of playing it.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. You should honestly, I wonder.
Yeah.
Be interesting to try God mode for you, Cooper, because and just literally not even
have to think about playing well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Did you ever do all the bosses on Heat 3? Where did you like beat the crazy version of Hades with a third form?
No, I didn't.
That was an exciting boss fight.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because then he has like Cerberus attack you during that boss fight.
That's really cool.
Stuff. And there was the version of the Minotaur where he's like all armored out, and the guy who's with the Minotaur drives a chariot around.
I didn't do him either. I did.
That was the hardest boss fight in the whole game, though. That one.
Right. I loved like that bone hydra you fight there. Like you fight him so many times, like 30 plus times, and then he decides to name him Lerny.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just gonna start calling you this. And
exactly.
The
and then the boss name even changes to Lerny the Bone Hydra.
So good.
Like the way they would just change it up.
And like every time you go into the Megara fight, he's like, I think I'm gonna fight this one this time. And if he's right or wrong, he has something to say about that.
Yeah, exactly. That's so good. It's so smart. It's so well made.
Yep. It's true. It's the best early access game ever. I feel like it's made by a committee of like 1,000 people as a result of it. Yeah. In every choice, they crowdsource to make the best choices.
Right. You can kind of feel it. Yeah. It's so complicated and just interlocks in such a
complicated but
way.
Simple too. Like
it's simple, like on the surface, but like
it's incredibly complicated. But because you can always just give the advice, just keep playing, and it'll eventually just keep going.
Yeah, and it's more about the way things interlock. So like you get one thing, and it's simple, but then you get more things, and it just and even the end result of that isn't that complicated, but there's a million of them.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and then like all the buddies you could bring into the dungeons with you that were pretty much pointless, but
these are old gameplay clips, but this is all from me. This was all me playing. Yeah.
This is looped a bunch of times, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my game of the year, and it's pretty rare for me to ever put like a indie game high on the list.
That's fair.
They just don't usually connect that strongly for me. But this was a weird year, and like all the other games in my top 5, I was thinking about how they're super connected to the year and the time.
Right.
Hades, in a way, isn't. It was like, it was so good that it made me just forget.
But if it wasn't 2020, and because like Hades is so good at making you go, okay, just one more, and just keeping on going, that you might not have had the time to be doing that previously.
I think if it weren't for the pandemic, we would have played it on stream.
Yeah, that's true.
And it would have been a different thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just don't. When I think of Hades, I don't think of like the year. I don't
being
connect
trapped
it to the year.
inside.
Yeah.
Right.
I just think of like being trapped in Hades.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it was just, it had, oh man, the loop of it, the way you just like, I like, you finish a run, and then you have all these things to do.
Yeah, gotta go talk to everyone and feed them all
to
my ambrosia.
Look at what you can build maybe and stuff like that. Maybe add something to your room.
Maybe change some of my traits.
And as you're doing all that and looking at your weapons and stuff, you start to think about what your next run's going to be.
Yeah.
And then you think, oh, well, I kind of want to see what my first, like, random boons are going to be for this run. And then you do that, and then you just, by the time I stop, I'm like halfway through the run.
More than any other roguelike I've ever played, it lets you sculpt your runs. Like, you can force certain kinds of builds to get made if you want.
Totally.
It has
and
they'll
be slightly different.
Slightly different, but you can, like, if I want to have a spear that explodes run, I can make it happen 9 times out of 10. Like,
right. It's
just
true.
Like, it might be sacrificing other things, but you can play however you want. Like, yeah,
it's
so
true.
good.
Yeah, like you can, if you find a combination that just works for you. Like for me, I remember the first thing that blew my mind was the Captain America shield.
That's how I got my first wins.
Oh man, like that's where the game really
and
took
that
off.
Actually, like as time went on, that's definitely not the best build either. Like,
no, it's true, but it's still really strong though.
Totally.
Because you can, it's like
dodge around and hammer Y.
Yeah, you get a move where with your shield where you can just throw it and it connects to enemies. Yeah. And then you can get like an extra boon on top of that where it connects to more enemies and is faster.
And you put some Doom or some poison on that.
Exactly. I had Doom on it, so basically every enemy it hit, it would hurt them a bit, but it would also put a spell on them that would do a ton of damage to them in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, and then you get a thing that makes it take longer to damage them, but do like 4 times more damage.
So I would just walk into a room, throw my shield. It would just fly away. I couldn't even see the enemies I was attacking, and it would just go bing, 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 come back to me, and then everyone would take a shitload of damage.
Man.
And I could just do it again.
So
good. Yeah, and that's just one of the millions of awesome combinations. Cooper says, fine, maybe I'll give it a second chance.
And like that's the thing that you were saying about the sword being the worst weapon is the ultimate form of the sword, I think it was Alexander or whatever it was called, that you put down the ring on the floor that made everything slow inside of it.
Yeah.
That made it one of the best weapons in the game, really.
That was cool, yeah, and it makes like there's so many.
You get Aphrodite with it, and then you go in this slow thing, and you can just deflect everything that comes at you, and
it's true.
Oh man.
Like and that's so crazy that like those ultimate forms of those weapons you don't unlock until way late into the game.
Right.
And they completely change the combinations that you have.
Yeah. Most of them were pretty bad, but
yeah, it's true.
But the sword was great.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, Cooper. Maybe try God mode and focus on like the characters and the story and stuff.
Yeah.
McKinley's top game of the year is a tie between Doom Eternal and Pistol Whip. Oh wow, a tie.
Yeah, Doom didn't make my top 10. I only played it for like an hour, but it was too much. It's too much. I did too much Doom this year already.
And he says Cold War would be in the top 10, but and then can't think of any other games. Yeah, sometimes it's hard. Like it's. I added Tsushima, which I played for an hour.
Right. Yeah.
Barely counts. Anyway, speaking of Tsushima.
Oh, you're gonna put that video up next. That's my number 6.
Oh yeah, it's not even in our top 5s anymore.
It's not even in either of our.
Because Yakuza, is that what supplanted
Yakuza
it?
pushed mine out, I think.
Wow,
yeah.
That's crazy.
That's the thing. Yakuza I've got at 5 now, with Tony Hawk just above it, but it could go. Those could flip easily too.
Yeah. Well, I enjoyed making this video.
Totally.
This is all from the first hour. I was surprised at how much variety there was and how much happened. Really.
I can't remember. Oh, that fat guy, that Khan is so annoying. What a bastard.
He seems like a great villain.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, cool game.
It's a weird one, compared to, you just played Sekiro. It's sort of comparable to that.
It totally makes me think of Sekiro. And, Sekiro's sword play, no question, is better.
Whoa, for sure. Because this game, it's basically just Batman, whatever, all those games.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, yeah.
But this game's way more fun.
Fallen Order wasn't this year, McKinley. That one was last year.
I played Fallen Order this year from...
Yeah, me too, actually.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't have made my top 10, I don't think.
Cooper says, are there any similarities between Yakuza and Shenmue?
Oh, yeah. I have spent so much time just walking around neighborhoods and, buying things from capsule machines and playing Outrun and Virtua Fighter.
Oh, yeah, right. There's, arcades and with full games in them.
Yeah, there's old men who want to play shogi. There's mahjong tournaments I can join.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And the one, it's very similar to Persona in every way, except there doesn't seem to be, a schedule. So, I can do all those things and never have to worry about running out of time, which is great.
That's awesome.
It's only my own time I'm wasting, not the characters.
That's awesome.
But I'm still going out with my party members and bonding over meals and it's you have to buy different food items from every restaurant you go to find the best secret combinations of food. It's just everything is a crazy system.
That's great.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right. Well, speaking of crazy systems, then.
What's the craziest system? Where are we going? Oh, it's all crazy systems.
And you were just talking about Persona as well. So
this is the game of the year.
We'll switch to that. This is your game of the year. Yeah.
It's exactly. I feel like if you played it, it would also get up there for you.
I don't think I would count it.
You don't think you would?
Unless I hadn't played Persona 5.
Right. There's a significant amount of new stuff.
I can see it. I don't think... Yeah.
The Thieves' Den is a lot of fun, hey?
The Thieves' Den was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you could choose everything you put up there?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Oh, so cool.
We'll take a look
music
at that later.
Yeah. Oh, there's my dancing costumes.
Yeah.
They're great.
Morgana had a sweet fro.
But then what they also added, I think, in Royal is the thing where you can... It wasn't only in Mementos, it turned out, where if an enemy's green and lower level, you can just run through them and they die and you get their experience. So the grind in this game, you saw in my save files, by the end everything was level 99.
Yeah, no, I know, and that's, to be honest, for a replay, that is really exciting to me.
Oh, it's easy.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
I don't even remember.
From summer vacation or something.
That's great. Those monsters are gross.
Yeah, I'll definitely play it. In 2021 for sure.
But then I would totally encourage you to play Yakuza before that, just to, because it's different. I don't know.
I don't know if I will. I'm just more excited to play Persona.
Yeah, I almost would be, but
making this footage, I was just instantly.
You were in already.
Sucked back in, yeah.
Yeah. I think I have a save on there that starts right at the start of the new content. But then you wouldn't get all the build up to that content either.
Yeah, I want to replay it again. Too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So that is
Catman Dude loved Persona 5. Needs to check out Royal for sure.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
it
and you,
might be the
Grimpen
best
had
RPG
played.
ever.
This what?
It might be the best RPG ever.
Oh wow.
Like, I can't think of anything better.
Is Persona? So is it unequivocally better than Persona 4 for you then?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. To me, it's still Persona 4 still does certain things better.
Huh.
Like the characters are still better in Persona 4.
The characters are still better, but the characters also get way better towards the end of 5 and Royal, I found.
Totally.
Like, there's...
Oh
Like,
yeah.
They actually have to make interesting choices in the stuff that happens in Royal, which is cool.
Right.
Whereas before, it's always just go in and steal a heart.
Yeah.
That was always just the obvious answer.
Right.
But
yeah, it's up there. It's incredible. Yeah. It was in my top 10 of the decade.
right. What year was it? 2017, the first one?
I think so, yeah.
Right.
And yeah, just from what I've talked about with you, because you'd played part of it, but you hadn't really.
I played until
too far
Futaba's Palace in the first one.
Right. It's like 30 hours or so.
Yeah.
Maybe 40 hours, which is like not even halfway.
No. It's true.
But,
This one it did have a downside in that because it was so optimized for the player, towards the end I didn't have anything to do.
Right.
Like, I was just going to the gym every day and working out to get a couple extra HP or something every day.
Right.
Because everything was maxed out, and yeah.
And just because you played Persona enough that you know exactly how to optimize everything as well.
Yeah.
Like it seems like it's made for the like it's the best entry level Persona that there's ever been.
Totally. Yeah, it really is.
But I mean, it's also for fans too.
And like, as an entry level thing, it would be tough to do it all. It's just like knowing that, like, romancing the teacher or whatever, she'll do laundry and make coffee for you, makes the game wait. Like, stuff like that helps a lot.
That's true. That's awesome. Kevin Dude says Persona 5 is the best modern JRPG he's ever played. It's up there with his beloved nostalgia classics. Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like, the only thing that might be close is like Earthbound, but I think this might be better in the grand scheme of things.
That's pretty crazy.
It's nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, and after just everything you told me about all the new stuff.
Yeah.
And as you've been telling me stuff, I've been like, is that like I can't remember if that was in
that? Yeah. Who knows?
The original one or not. So it's such a huge game.
Yeah.
There's so much I don't remember. It's been 3 years.
I remember in my first playthrough of Persona 5, I just have a distinct memory of spending a lot of time going to like the batting cages, and I never did it once in my play of Royal.
Huh, weird. I don't remember doing it much in my playthrough.
And fishing and stuff, and I just never did any of that.
Cooper owns the original Persona 5, but hasn't dove in yet. That's cool.
It's really, you just need to have a lot of time when you dive in.
It's a hard one to dive into. The pandemic's the perfect time to do it.
And it's a hard one to get out of once you're in.
Yep. That's the thing. It's so you need like a good chunk of time to like get it to invest in.
100+ hours.
Well, I was going to say just to get into it, you need probably a good 12 hours.
Oh, yeah. You don't even really start playing it for 2 or 3.
Yeah. And the tutorial doesn't really end for like 8 to 10.
Yeah.
But
that's crazy.
Then at a certain point, it'll just if it clicks, it will take over your life, and you just won't think of.
Exactly. Those were my friends for 2 or 3
exactly for through these last few months of the pandemic.
They're the people I got closest to in that time.
You know, there's a schedule. There's things you gotta do. You gotta, you know, it's like it's managing this virtual life, but that it's like a perfect virtual life.
Oh man, like when it comes down to it, like this one specifically too, like Japanese curry is my favorite food in the world, and you're living on top of a Japanese curry restaurant. Like this guy just has my perfect life. But it's even though there is a lot of like baffling shit, like the story's kind of dumb.
Totally, yeah, it's so convoluted.
And they act like teens, and no one ever notices that stuff.
Yeah, and yeah, it's really it was really amazing too. Like it's really, it's just so huge. There's so much to it. Like, yeah, there's weak points, but it's like it's over 100 hours and most of it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna be like you're
and even the things I didn't like, yeah, it was like a throwaway line in a conversation. I'm like, well, none of that makes sense.
Yeah,
it really doesn't
exactly.
matter.
And it's part of the charm too, in a way too. It's like,
oh, man.
It's just
Because
fun.
Leslie hates Japanese curry so much he refuses to eat it, which means he's a monster.
Catman Dude loved living over a coffee shop and banging his teacher.
Yeah, 100%. This one was weird where the first person I romanced was my teacher.
What other game can you do that in?
I made her my girlfriend right away, and then
I
only took on one other girlfriend because I felt guilty instead of trying to take them all on like I usually would.
Oh wait, what? Sorry, you didn't date all?
I
of
didn't
them?
romance everybody, but like the fact, like, I dated the teacher and then I dropped her. Like I never talked to her again after that. But you still have to deal with people being mad at you for having another girlfriend.
Oh yeah, so you tried to date other girls, but they
would guilt me, and it like the end game, like after all the royal stuff, they do like a flash forward to Valentine's Day and you do a Valentine's Day thing. And having two girlfriends fucked me over big time.
Well, there's a part I remember because I romanced everybody.
Yeah.
And there's a part in the original where they like all come back and get very mad at you. Yeah, it was amazing. Like you get your comeuppance for it,
right? Which
was great because in Persona 4 you didn't at all.
No, and you would just sleep with all these people.
Yeah, exactly. But in 5 it was like I think it was on Valentine's Day, and like
I wonder if
you had to pick somebody.
Thing happened no matter what. Yeah.
And then everyone else shows up at the coffee shop.
Oh, that's so stupid.
It was amazing. Cooper feels like he'll never get rid of his PS4. He's got so much to play on it.
Once I get a PS5, I absolutely will get rid of my PS4, just because it seems to do the same thing.
And yeah.
But absolutely,
that makes sense.
It's such a good legacy system because it's got like remasters already of so many of my favorite games ever. Like,
yeah, it was a crazy year for remasters and stuff too.
It really was.
So much stuff. Kovacs says cheap Japanese curry in Tokyo is something he thinks about every day.
Definitely. I taught myself to make it. Like I can make it pretty damn good, but
it's amazing.
It's a wild amount of work for how cheap it is abroad. Like when I do it, it's like a good 4 hours of work in the kitchen.
He says in Persona about high school, so the teacher is a pedophile.
It's complicated. She works for a maid service that you call, and she comes up and calls you master.
They bonded.
And then eventually you convince her to tell you she loves you, and then it says she spent a long time with you. So,
yeah,
I don't know what the implication is.
Yeah, it's nothing explicit, but
yeah,
you're just the coolest high school student ever.
You're the coolest high school student ever, which is insane because also the moment you arrive, everyone's like, "Oh, don't talk to him. He assaulted someone, or he's a juvie."
Right.
He's a bad kid.
Yeah, there's like rumors about you. Yeah.
And by the end of the game, everyone loves you, and you're the greatest man who ever lived.
Exactly. Like literally. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. Do I get the curry pack?
Did we lose you?
The effort of like. Did you lose me? You don't hear me?
Oh, there we go.
What?
I just heard we get the curry pack, and then.
Oh yeah, I do get the curry packages if I want to save time, but I already do all the work on the chicken or the pork to like butterfly it and make it all nicely breaded, so that takes a while, and I may as well just make curry from scratch then.
Okay, says, is it possible to get an STD if you sleep with enough people? No. It's not. It doesn't.
There's no explicit sex in the game.
No, that's the thing. Yeah, it's never. Yeah. Not even said.
The most explicit things in the game are the personas that look like penises, or that have huge penises, or that look like a giant gaping vagina. Like, that's where the real scandalous stuff is.
But no, it's too much of an ideal life to have things like STDs.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I at one point I downloaded an app for my phone that made all my texts come in the same way that they do in Persona 5.
That's amazing. I think I had that too.
Yeah.
You just want it, right?
You just want it. It's a cool thing. It's really annoying.
Like, look at that. I'll just go back to, I think it's like...
Where you're talking to Kasumi.
Yeah, I don't know where it was.
Oh, gosh. Kasumi is also Banana's character, and, like, some of the craziest shit that happens in the whole game happens to her, and she wasn't in the main game at all.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There, see? Like, that's the sweet texting app that they have. And then somebody made an app where you can text people that works like this.
Totally. Although by the end of the game, I was also just skipping all of their cell phone conversations.
There's too many of them in the first one too.
They call you all the time. Every day you walk into your house after school, and it's like beep beep beep.
Yeah.
So I just skip all that.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. I can't disagree with you on anything you're saying.
His best game. Yeah.
Cooper's running down to pick up a parcel. Talk slowly so we don't miss much. Well, I was just about to switch to a new game, but
now we have to talk slowly.
Now I have to talk slowly.
Move really
slow. Talk more Persona. Persona is great.
Did you look at any of the concerts in the Thieves' Den when you were messing around with it?
No.
They're really cool.
How do they work?
It made me want to go to a Persona concert.
Well, they actually do Persona concerts too.
Totally. Maybe not anymore, but...
Man, the music's so good.
Yeah.
That was the other thing. I just, like, after making this footage, I just listened to Persona music all day. Like, I did. Like, I just... And there's, like, the soundtrack has, like 100 songs on it or something. It's huge.
Oh, you haven't heard some of the new songs either.
No, I've heard the main theme, the new main theme, and it's great. But the old main theme is better, but... It's still. Yeah. I'm sure it still shows up in the game.
Yeah. No, the new palace theme is the best palace theme of the whole game. Although the cruise ship palace theme was really cool too, where he would you'd hear a guy just sort of yelling in a megaphone sometimes during the song.
I don't remember that one. Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called, but
I love this song. Last Surprise is amazing.
That's the main song.
That's like the battle theme.
Right.
Yeah, it's so good. There's that beginning where it's like do 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 do.
Yeah, and it's so perfect when you win a battle and you're doing the thing where you're running by the screen and it's showing all your.
The victory music's so good.
Yeah.
I would just I just have leave the battle theme the victory screen going just so I could hear the music.
Quiet in the back of the room! Quiet in the back of the room!
Quiet in the back of the room!
Oh, we're being too loud for McKinley.
Oh, he just thought it was something amazing. He's potentially one of the world's most influential people. Why?
I think you have to be, I don't know. Don't you have to be raised a Catholic to be a pope?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Huh.
You also can't control whether you become the pope or not.
Why does he say why does he think he's eligible?
Is everyone eligible?
I don't know.
I don't think there are that many people that actually listen to the Pope either.
Yeah, even Catholics.
Because isn't this current Pope supposed to actually be pretty liberal? But no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because just like all government, the Catholic Church, there's a lot of red tape for anything to actually happen.
Because don't you have to be celibate to be a pope? I don't think that's the only.
That's the one thing.
Oh yeah, Green Rabbit says though you have to be banged by a pope to be a pope.
When you become a kid. Oh, so it's like a werewolf situation.
Yeah,
You're banged by a pope during a full moon.
Exactly. Also, you can only kill a pope with a silver bullet.
And that's the only way you can become a pope is if you've been banged by the pope on a full moon and then you kill that pope.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Then
it's actually a curse. You gotta beat the pope.
It's a curse.
Yeah.
It's the popeism is a curse.
Yeah. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Well, I think we're done with Persona 5.
Sweet. I mean, we could
it's amazing.
Continue vamping with Persona music in the background. There's a lot more games that I didn't play this year.
Yeah.
Like Bug Snacks and Carrion I might play still.
Yeah, that was so
it's
good.
Easy enough too, but
Carrion was great.
And it was short too, wasn't it? Like under 10 hours. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's only like 4 or 5 hours maybe.
I still want to try Hunt Down as well. That was the like really fancy looking Contra clone.
Totally. I know. I was looking like it's come up on a few people's games list, and I was like, oh man, I missed that one. Also, this game called Blood Roots.
Oh yeah, that one. It was like $1.50 on the Switch store a couple weeks ago, and I regret missing it.
If I had noticed it, I would have bought it.
Yeah, I regret it
because it's only on the Switch and PC right now. I think
so. Green Rabbit recommends Hunt Down.
Nice, beat it quick. Nice. Yeah, that's I want to keep my eye on those two.
Beating it quick's a little worrying though, because was it not as difficult as a Contra game?
I don't know if I'd want it to be as difficult as a Contra game.
But would you have liked like hardcore half as much if it wasn't so hard?
Yeah, probably.
Huh. I wonder. I don't know if I would.
Like, I don't know if it needed to be that hard.
Part of the amazingness is like just being beaten into the ground.
Oh, totally. It was totally fun. I like it for what it is, but I don't know if I would want like if
it being easier wouldn't change your opinion of it, probably.
Yeah, it might a bit, but it would. I don't know if I'd want it again. Like, just like yeah, or often. It was super fun to do.
It's true.
With you.
It's true, and I feel like if we jumped into it now, we could beat it again pretty easily.
I wonder. I don't know. Some of those things you had to have pretty memorized.
I think they're in our souls.
They've been burned into.
I think you still have it memorized, whether you want to or not.
Probably. Yeah. You can always take advantage of the Metal Gear Solid sale.
I bought that a while ago, and I haven't touched it. But for when I want to go back to Metal Gear Solid, I'll play it.
Well, yeah,
I don't think McKinley's played MGS5. You should. That game was real good.
Oh yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5 was awesome. Fury Unleashed is a cool Contra game that came out this year as well, says Green Rabbit. I don't know that one.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Let's see. Huh. It does look cool. Weird.
Still want to play Avengers.
Avengers is a weird one though, where I've seen it on a lot of worst game of the year lists.
Interesting, but on a couple bests as well too, though.
A few, yeah, but that's one that has, like, I would not have played Yakuza if it wasn't on so many lists, and that now it's been knocked down a few notches for me.
Yeah,
I'll get it when it's like $20 still.
Played the first level, McKinley says, of Phantom Pain.
Oh yeah. The first level of that game is maybe the worst level in that whole game. The one where you're just crawling around a hospital really slowly.
I liked it.
It's cool, but I did that level like 35 times to get the platinum in that game.
One thing that's interesting to talk about that is a game that I don't think would have made my list in any other year.
Yeah.
Is Jackbox 7.
Interesting.
And I wonder, like we'll talk about Animal Crossing coming up here, but that was obviously a huge success.
Yeah.
And games like it have done really well, and I can't help but think Jackbox's stock has gone up.
Oh, 100%.
And that they've had one of their best years ever. Like the fact that they had a game ready to go, like coming out this year.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Like, yeah. Man, that was fun, and it was one of my favorite Jackboxes.
It's got 3 or 4 great games in it.
Yeah. Green Rabbit likes 6 better.
Yeah. What was in 6?
I'm not that big on 6 actually. What do we like from 6? Dictionarium.
Oh yeah.
Joke Boat's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think Jackbox. No, wait. Jackbox
you mean
is in 5.
You don't know Jack?
Yeah, right. That's what I mean.
Right.
Can't remember.
I don't know. Yeah,
it says the devs of Among Us and Henry Stickmin collection 5 minutes on this year. Yeah, well, Among Us is really one of the craziest stories of the year.
Among Us is terrible.
That's all right.
It's,
I don't mind Among Us. I just love the story. I just love that it
I love that it's old and it suddenly got discovered.
became this huge thing.
Yeah.
Hi there, as Twitch meme.
I don't know what sky is.
Just the sky.
Just looking at the sky.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty blue right now.
Not much of a game, but I guess that's just a limit of my imagination.
Maybe sky is like blowing smoke rings or they're blowing smoke rings into the sky. That's the game.
Green Rabbit says, if you've never played Among Us with Discord, you can't say you've ever played.
I don't want to play that.
I don't think. I don't know. I think
Make me
most of
enjoy
your
it.
hate for it's just how popular it is.
And the way it looks.
I feel like
really
that's
don't.
more the way people have used the art
Maybe,
style.
but it's a very bad art style. Like it's so simplistic that I have higher expectations.
Well, it's a very cheap game.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
like technically free on phones.
Yeah, it's true.
As Twitch Meme says, Sky Children of the Light, a mobile game. Oh, interesting.
Oh, is it a gachapon game?
Cool. I've never heard of it.
Oh,
And he's
Great.
not sponsored.
Fall Guys was this
I-
year, Mick.
I didn't think you were, but now I wonder.
Fall Guys, I think, is my number 10 game of the year. Yeah.
And it did not fall on my list at all.
Well, you actively disliked it.
I actively disliked it.
Yeah.
Yes. See, to me, that's one Among Us got super popular, and I love that. I love the story behind it. I love that it was like it's a.
That's
small...
what I love about Among Us. The gameplay and what it looks like and what it actually is what I'm not into.
Whereas I hate that, and I hate the story behind Fall Guys too.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Then my number 9 game is Maneater, which they just announced today is next month's free game on PlayStation Plus.
Oh, crazy!
Yeah,
that's cool.
So Mick, it's a good thing you didn't buy Maneater because you'll be getting it for free in 2 days.
It's a cute multiplayer game, says as Twitch meme. Cool.
Yeah.
McKinley surprised Grimpen liked Fall Guys. Seems at the time.
I liked winning, and I was very good at Fall Guys, is what it came down to.
Oh, I guess the story behind. I just don't like how manufactured the success was.
But it was the same amount of manufactured success as like Rocket League.
Yeah, I guess. But I think Rocket League.
You just liked Rocket League a lot more.
It's
yeah.
an infinitely better game. Yeah, it's infinitely better designed.
It's true. Although, from what I understand, Fall Guys has continued to get crazier, so that's probably good.
That's true. And I kind of, It was partially just how much people loved it.
Oh, they loved
drove
it.
me nuts. So I've kind of warmed up on it a bit since then.
Like if I could consistently win at like Fortnite or any battle royale game, I would love that. I would like them too.
We're just cranky old coots. That's what it comes down to.
Like that's the only multiplayer game on my list. Oh, I guess Jackbox 7.
That's true. Yeah, Jackbox is my only multiplayer game. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah, we're not too into multiplayer stuff either.
No.
Twitch says Valhalla is cursed and laggy. Oh no.
Oh man.
I'll still play Assassin's Creed.
What are you playing Valhalla on?
I only play Assassin's Creed games like a couple years after they come out, though.
Yeah, 3 years plus. You beat Syndicate this year.
Cheap. Exactly. I played a Syndicate this year, which is like 3 or 4 years old at this point.
Yeah. Or more even.
More, I think. Yeah, it might even be like 8 years or something.
That's funny. I beat both Odyssey and Origins this year. Those were two colossal time sinks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Especially Odyssey. Odyssey's one of the craziest. Like, I've never seen a game with a scope like that. We don't actually know Syndicate's 8 years old, Nick. We were just.
I think it's something like that. Yeah.
Crazy. Let me see.
Because it's like, yeah, I don't know.
2015, so it's 5 years old.
Oh, okay.
That's not so bad, but that's still not new. Well, I don't know. Game & Watch is taking a sweet time. We may as well move on to our next game.
Yeah. Like my number 2 surprisingly ended up being Final Fantasy 7.
That's pretty surprising.
I know. Like the next batch of games, like my 2 through 5, I really liked, but none of them really like I don't know, nothing. Hades was the only game that really excelled to me, like stood out as like incredible.
Right.
All these games were partially because of the times.
Interesting.
FF7 was the first game that I couldn't I couldn't go to the store and get.
I remember seeing signs in the stores like, we're not going to even carry this game because of COVID.
Yeah. It was just like just as everything was starting, I jumped into this game, and it's also weird, like there was a lot of remasters and stuff this year, and there was also a lot of like full on remakes of like of old games.
Did you end up buying this digitally then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So it's one of your few PS4 digitals.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it was just such a perfect time to just get transported to a different time.
Totally. To the year of 1998.
Yeah, exactly. It was so weird. Like, it's such a weird experience because it is nostalgic, but then it's all new at the same time. It's like,
like, is it great because it's Final Fantasy VII, or is it great because it's a great game?
I think it's great because it's a great game.
Huh.
I really enjoyed the battle system.
Right. Did you ever play the other way? The, like, active time battle?
No, like the turn-based way, I didn't.
Yeah. Huh. Because I think that's the only way I would want to play it.
It's still kind of turn-based. Like you press the menu button to do moves, and it like everything slows down.
Right.
It goes super slow, and then you can choose your move. And yeah.
Crazy.
Because at this point, physical copies of games are useless because they don't even use less storage than digital.
They don't save you time.
That's the worst part. I hate that. Yeah. But
if you don't have internet, or if you want to actually have a physical thing,
I just like having physical stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I don't. I think the last PS4 game I bought was Spider-Man.
I was actually wishing this year that you had that digitally so I could download it.
Oh yeah, totally.
Because I just want. It's actually a great one to have digitally, because
fun to
just jump into and swing around.
It is. Once it gets cheap enough, but Spider-Man doesn't seem to want to go down in price.
Oh, Green Rabbit says, if I could choose one RPG for them to give this sort of remaster treatment, what would it be? Wow.
Lufia 2.
Lufia 2?
Lufia 2.
Wow, that'd be crazy.
Earthbound would also be fucking bananas.
Oh, yeah, Earthbound. I'd love. Here's my ideal Earthbound remake: is that it's all remade to look like the claymation from the instruction book.
That would be very cool.
That's what I want.
They could do it.
Yeah.
But Lufia 2 would be hilarious because half that game was block pushing puzzles. So it would just be a mess.
That works.
Yeah. But like, I would also like Tales of Symphonia would be a cool one.
Yeah. I'd actually love. I'm a huge fan of Breath of Fire 3.
Oh yeah.
I'd love. That would be amazing to see. Fully remade.
Yeah. I want like Diablo 1 remastered, but like made to look like a painting. That'd be incredible.
Oh, Green Rabbit says Shining Force 2. I've never played that.
I'm too stupid to play Shining Forces. I tried when I worked at the game store. It's too strategic.
They're more tactical?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Tactical. I just couldn't do it. I want to be able to play the Final Fantasy Tactics too, because that looked great.
Right? Yeah, I never played that either.
I can't wrap my mind around doing that stuff right.
Man, that's awesome. That'd be awesome if this set a precedent. And they just started
crazy remakes.
Yeah, for just RPG remakes. I'd even love just like when they first announced this, it was unclear of what it was going to be. It might just be like a full-on graphical update.
Oh yeah.
It'd just be awesome to do that with the old RPGs as well.
I think a lot of people still wish that's what the case was.
I think so, probably.
Yeah.
It's so impressive what they did to like it blew me away how much they added. Like there was so much new stuff, and yet it all felt like
it was always there.
It was right part of the game. Yeah.
Interesting.
From the beginning.
By the end of it, did you have like Ultima and like Omni Slash and like,
you
the
do
end
kind
game
of.
things.
It's kind of weird. Yeah, you had a few, but not really as well. Like it was kind of awkward.
Like, are they gonna have to strip you of things in the next game? You think, or
And like we've talked about before, I do worry about the with the way it ended. It makes me a little worried about how the next games are going to unfold.
Sounds like they're Kingdom Hearts singing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
And that's like the actual worst thing you can do to a game in my mind.
But as long as the next games, even if they do Kingdom Hearts it a bit, as long as the next games stick mostly to this like main story beats and stuff, then I think I'll still be on board. But it'll be interesting. I'll be really interested to see how like what the reception is of the like third or fourth game in this series, this Final Fantasy VII series.
You're gonna be like 55 years old.
Well, no, I think I think they're gonna come faster.
I hope so.
I think we'll get one in 2022.
That's gonna be on the PS5.
Yeah. So
how is save file? Like, I am so confused by what they're doing.
That I don't know how that's gonna work. Yeah. But it'll be really interesting to see because this one was so well received.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how the reception holds up over the next few games, if they manage to sustain it.
It's got a lot of like, what's the word? Fireworks diarrhea going on.
Totally, just particle. Particle effects. Yeah.
It's a really
coming out
fancy
people's butts.
Game.
Totally.
But then, like, in this town you're walking around in here, parts of it look great, but then parts of it don't look so great also. Like, there's a lot of, like, less detailed places.
Oh, Cooper says, would I still recommend Persona 5 over this if I were to play only one RPG? This
is a lot shorter than Persona 5.
Yeah. It's honestly, in a way, it's hard to recommend Persona 5.
It's too much game.
Yeah. Like, it's so, like, Persona 5 recommendation comes with the disclaimer of, like we said, you need 12 hours to invest just to get started in it.
Yeah. You need, like, 4 hours a day to keep playing it.
Yeah. Like, it's just...
Otherwise, you just won't be satisfied.
You know, and, like, 100 hours total to play it. It's an investment, and it's very weird.
But... You know what else is an investment?
It's not accessible.
Relationships. So
exactly, it's what you
just
put
like
into
real
it.
Life.
It's what you get out of it.
Exactly.
FF7's way more accessible.
Yeah.
And just so it's hard to say. But if I would say you're only gonna play one RPG, it would be Persona 5.
If you're only gonna play one RPG, it would be Yakuza 7.
This is an RPG for sure, but it's so different from Persona 5. Like, as far as what you get out of the gameplay.
Oh, totally.
So.
Have you made a Barrett me yet?
No, I didn't. I downloaded them from the store, though.
So is the Barrett face, is it like a mask, or are you going to have to make a black me?
No, you have to make a me, yeah.
That's so strange. Are you going to have to make a me that has, like, Barrett's hair? Like
that's what's super frustrating about making the characters for me.
Except for the ones that it doesn't matter on.
Exactly.
Like,
those are the best ones.
Like,
that's why I made
I
made a Cuphead and a Vault Boy one, because they just put masks over them.
Yeah. Like, you used to have a really good Lloyd that looked just like Lloyd.
I wish there was an option to just press an import me button. And
totally.
Just carry these over. Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough question. Cooper B-Mode.
The answer is Yakuza. The answer is Hades is the RPG you should be playing.
Yeah, I don't know. What else?
I don't know. I don't have much about Final Fantasy VII
to talk about. I guess we could talk about in the same. Actually, here's a segue. I was just trying to think of a segue.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Remakes.
Oh yeah.
Of stuff that we loved.
This is a more straightforward remake, though.
Totally. Oh yeah. Like FF7 is crazy. Like it is so much is added that it doesn't really work in the categories of like remasters. It's not
and really remakes. A remake. Yeah.
Like it's mostly a new game.
It's a new game where they just took the beginning of the story. Otherwise, but it is also this. It's so weird. Yeah.
It's very weird. It's very weird to play as well. Yeah.
It's the same but different. But this is only the same.
This was just instantly clicked back into. What, like the same game you played? Yeah. How old is it? Like 15, 20 years now.
20 years ago, I think 1998 was Tony Hawk 1.
Right.
And then 99 or 2000 was Tony Hawk 2.
Yeah.
Man, you going through that helicopter bothers me.
Yeah.
I can't believe that works.
But yeah, I was blown away at how quickly this just snapped back in.
It's nuts, and it's a
the controls are incredible.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how
were
they
this good back in the day.
I think so. They're better though. Right. Like you couldn't do like that. I did a wall hop or whatever, like the jumping off a wall.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that in the old games.
Right.
Like they added stuff from the later Tony Hawk games, I think.
And I could never do manuals to extend combos and stuff in the old games, and
That's the thing.
Now.
I was never actually that good back in the day.
Yeah. Now I'm like I was able to get a couple like 1,000,000-point tricks done eventually.
Right.
Crazy shit that I only ever imagined.
Yeah. And it's just like it controls just so well. I don't know how they translated the feeling of like, and I don't skate at all.
No.
Every time I've got on a skateboard, I've hurt myself.
Yeah.
But like, just the feeling of like the way you, like when you press the jump button, you don't jump until you let go.
Yeah. You charge up your jump.
And then if you let go and press the control stick in a certain direction, you do flip your board in certain directions. And it just somehow perfectly translates to what he's doing on screen. You feel like when you let go and flip, it's like flipping the board. Like
totally.
I just don't know how they did it.
It makes you think you could actually skateboard when you play.
Sort of, yeah. Like it's like I understand the mechanics of this, and then
even Green Rabbit says partially because PlayStation controllers sucked ass back in the day. Maybe. I don't even know, because didn't the analog exist by the time Tony Hawk came? I think
Tony Hawk 2 had analog for sure.
I don't even know. And I didn't use analog playing this game.
What?
I used the D-pad to play this game.
What?
It's so much easier.
That's bizarre.
Yeah. And I like all my rotations in the air I used the left and right trigger to do, like yeah.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to do that, but I could never get the hang of that.
Well, the D-pad also, it's just easier to like bang out a couple different directions quickly, I find.
Yeah, I could see, and I could see it just from making like tiny movements.
Because like your character's always moving straight no matter what. You just steer him left and right. So it's, man, senior citizen Freddy Krueger. It's such a weird.
Yeah, and this was the only character I played as because he looked like Mickey Rooney to me.
He's the funnest looking guy, yeah.
Especially that part in The Simpsons where Mickey Rooney like tries to dress up as a kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
So I was like, this is my guy.
They should do a new Simpsons skateboarding game with this engine.
Totally.
It'd be great.
I wonder if they're gonna do more like Tony Hawk now.
I see rumors, but I don't know if it's just people saying rumors to force it into the public vernacular, but that they're gonna add Tony Hawk 3 as DLC.
Right.
Like that would be amazing. I'd pay like $40 for that.
Like that would be. I don't see how at this point like they won't.
The way that they won't is if they're gonna do 3 and 4 together or something.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I just mean like, it seems like there's gonna be more of these collections now.
It's such a big hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody did.
It's interesting though. I don't know, like, like Tony Hawk fever, even back in the day, died off.
Oh, totally.
Relatively.
But then
quickly.
Some people say that like the American Wasteland games are actually the best ones. So like.
Totally, and I think I was even playing them till about then.
Right.
But I just don't know. Like, it's definitely if they did like Tony Hawk 3 and 4, I don't think we'd be seeing that on like. Nope.
I don't know any of those levels. Year. Oh wait, I know the airport level from Tony Hawk 3. That's the only level
I might recognize some of them. I definitely played it.
Yeah. But like I knew all of the levels from Tony Hawk 1 in this. Like they were super familiar to me, and then
interesting, because I only recognize like the first one. I think I must have just rented Tony Hawk 1 or something.
Maybe.
but 2 I owned for sure.
Right. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, and this was another one like that just instantly reminds me of 2020 now, of being inside and just kind of like again transporting me to a different time.
Yeah.
This
year
nostalgic.
might actually have a fairly contentious contest for soundtrack of the year too.
It's true.
This and Persona are both very
yeah.
different, but both fucking amazing.
Yeah, they
and
did such a good job.
FF7 also
with the
has a
soundtrack.
really good soundtrack.
It does. Yeah.
People always were.
Hades is very good.
Oh, Hades is also great. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember what won at Game Awards.
Was there a best soundtrack category?
I think so, or best score. I'm sure there's something. Best music.
If it's score, it definitely wouldn't be Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
I bet it's Hades. Hades won everything except for the real award, I feel like.
I don't even remember. But yeah, man, this was like I played this maybe a month after it came out, so October. Man, it feels like way, way, way longer than 2 months ago.
Cooper says best music was FF7. There you go.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah. Totally.
I was blown away at how transported this game.
Totally. And it was just like I just played it really hard for like a week, and that's kind of it.
Yeah, it's true.
It was just like a really passionate week-long affair I had with this game.
Yeah. It just Yeah, there was a magic to it, especially this year.
Yeah.
Speaking of
magic,
and this year,
or being trapped inside, you're taking us on a photo journey.
Yes, I didn't want to go back to my town and get clips.
No. Did you see there's a whole article on Polygon right now about how it's hard to go back to your town?
Oh, right.
Because everyone's wanting to do it right now.
Right. Yeah, but I do have some clips. Mostly they're just pictures.
That secret agent koala is very cool.
Oh yeah, Eugene was amazing. He was my first like really good townsperson. Wonder what he's up to.
He's probably enjoying 2020.
Like this is interesting because this one, like this is the game that will go down in the history books.
Oh yeah, it might be one of the most successful games of all time.
Yeah, and just like it's so tied to the pandemic.
Yeah.
Like you can't, like when you're writing about the pandemic, this is at the very least a side note, like as just one of the biggest successes that the pandemic resulted in.
And people who didn't give any shits about games played
well, that's true actually. Yeah, like people who didn't play games at all.
It caused a new shortage in Switches.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's very true. And then people like me who had no intention of playing it at all.
Yeah. You just couldn't not at a certain
point.
point.
You just got sucked up into it.
Yep. What's that pile of leaves your guy just walked by?
It's my number 5. It's your number 2, right?
My number 3? I gotta go pull up my list again. It's my number 2. Yeah. My number 2.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Oh man, it was just so much fun, like reorganizing your town and
it was like
I never got into flower breeding before, but that was exciting.
The ability to actually morph your town and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I eventually made it so all my rocks were located in one little 8x8 square, and just when you accomplished that, it was such a great feeling.
That is.
It was like you were actually doing something during that 2 months period where no one did anything.
Even though it was mostly chores and things.
Yeah, exactly. It was just the one thing that was easily predictable in life for a little while.
Yeah, it's true. It was just a simple life.
Yeah. It did it's not as amazing a soundtrack as some of the other games we mentioned, but remember the soundtrack of this game changed depending on what you had built in your town and every hour of the day.
Every hour of the day had a different theme. Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you didn't have your town hall yet, it was without certain instruments. It's one of the crazier soundtracks.
It was incredible, in a way. It didn't stand out as far as any certain tune or anything.
This song's really nice.
It's a
pleased
nice tune.
to hear it. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. guess there's a lot has been said about this. It's Lacko said on Twitter is his game of the year. I don't think he's stopped playing it really.
Oh, he's still an everyday guy?
I think so.
I undertook too big of a project.
Oh yeah, you kind of got swamped in your project, and then now it's even worse to go back to your town.
I don't know what I'm coming back to anymore.
Yeah, it's like not only is it going to be kind of trashed, but you've got like a big monument to nothing.
But at the same time, I could go back to a half-finished project and only have to do half a project.
You could, but that's true. It would depend on how quickly everything came back to you. Because the other problem was how archaic the menus were and stuff.
Wheel and it was weird.
Yeah, like and like changing your town, like with the shovels and stuff, was such a nightmare.
Oh, it was tough.
You wouldn't know where you were shoveling, and
no. I wish for us so badly because I was trying to do a big thing where I was just putting my museum in the top left corner, and I was gonna have cliffs like having it lead all the way down on the left where there would be no one living, and it would just be a cool park. But nothing ended up even because it's so zoomed in on you all the time that you can't get a good idea of the perspective of things. Like They just needed to have a mode where you can zoom out like 3 times.
Totally. They should just give you full camera control.
Yeah, and then stylus control for that as well.
Yeah.
Like stylus works on the Switch.
Yeah, that would have been amazing.
Yeah. But I mean, other than that, it's kind of I guess you probably would argue it's not the perfect Animal Crossing game because it doesn't have the games in it, but it's the perfect Animal Crossing game.
Right.
It's just so good at all the things it wants to do.
It was super well made.
And they just keep putting shit out.
Yeah. Yeah, and it looks like they're gonna like next year they'll probably keep supporting it.
They guaranteed up until the end of next year now.
Wow.
So I don't know what that means.
Which makes perfect sense with what they've got on their hands here.
Eventually, I bet they'll put out like a paid expansion too.
Yeah.
I don't know what that would be, but
yeah. Huh.
What a beautiful, simple life.
I remember my island was pretty sweet because I had just the central area where everyone lived, and then the rest of the island was my playground.
That was genius.
I just had the river just made a natural barrier that blocked everyone else from my side of the island. Yeah. And then eventually, it sucked at the beginning because I had to constantly have my pole everywhere I went.
Right.
To vault across the river. But then eventually I was able to make platforms out of the ground that were like one space away, and I could hop across.
But
and I had like tons of them.
That?
No, the computer couldn't do that, so they were still
great.
Stuck in their main area.
It's really a bonkers thing. That's a great house you're in there.
Yeah, that was my back room.
Bell.
That was my secret room. That was like behind the bookshelf.
Oh yeah.
That was my basement.
That's where you keep your lava.
Yep, my lava basement. Yeah, I've been sort of tempted to go back, but it's just
if they had a mode where you could like design your island before you moved into a new island, I would be in a second.
They should have had like when you went into your house, you could go into like that grid mode.
Yeah,
they should have had that for the whole island.
Totally.
Yeah,
it'd be so helpful.
Yeah, totally. And just like you should, and then like you said, stylus. You should have just been able to like drag a thing and drop it into place.
But I mean, they are still updating it, so maybe in 2 years it will have the things we want in it.
Yeah, it's weird. They don't seem that concerned about doing quality of life improvements.
No, just new items.
Yeah, like I remember those fans made like that, like trailers for what they wanted.
The worst video.
Yeah, it's just painful to watch because it's such good ideas.
It's all shit you'll never get. That would never
happen. Easy. Yeah.
Like you just leaving all your fish bait on this dock because there's no easy way to store it.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. It's terrible.
Yeah. I would at some point just have turnips all over all of my beaches because I needed somewhere to keep them.
Right. Yeah, totally. But the fashion was incredible.
Yeah. Oh, there was so much of it.
Yeah.
The second game of the year for me.
Really good.
Yeah.
And yeah, then I've got that's it for my top 5 except for Last of Us 2.
Oh yeah, this is basically the same thing as Animal Crossing.
Yeah, the exact opposite. That's an awesome segue. Now for something completely different. Another one that's totally tied to 2020 for me.
Huh. It's a very pandemic feeling game.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, and unlike Animal Crossing or FF7 or Tony Hawk, it's not an escape.
Yeah.
You get it's like you get shoved right up in your face.
Is it a happy ending to the game by the end?
Not really, no.
No.
No. I mean, yeah, there's nothing really happy. Like, yeah.
Right.
You could almost consider it happy.
Right.
Like, it could have been worse, I guess.
Could have been worse. Everyone could have died.
But yeah, it's pretty grim.
But like, is the world in a situation where there's any hope left, or humanity's just living out its last days now?
I don't know. Like, I feel like there's still hope. Like, there's not, like, as far as like, I don't think anybody thinks in the world thinks that the plague's gonna destroy the world at this point.
Right. Huh.
Like, people seem to have adapted to this new world, and like they live in like big secluded, like walled off areas.
Right. Not everybody has this life that Ellie seems to have.
Yeah, like they at the beginning of the game, she's in like a sort of like a smaller walled off area that they've kind of made on their own.
Right.
But then she kind of goes on her own adventure through the.
Does everyone in that smaller walled off area die eventually too?
No.
Oh.
That's still
these games have kind of
place.
Conditioned me to think that the moment Ellie leaves, something horrible.
That's the only happy place.
Right.
In the world.
Beautiful.
But I just can't deny how much it connected with me, and how much by the end of it you just, I don't know. There's a certain awe to all of it,
right?
That I couldn't deny.
Crazy.
And some of those encounters are super fun. It's got really great stealth.
Right.
The design in pretty much every aspect is like, all the technical aspects of it are phenomenal.
Oh yeah, they spent a lot of money making this really good.
Like the sound and the visuals and stuff are just
By the end,
incredible.
Were you more on Team Abby or Team Ellie?
I was kind of on Team Abby, to be honest.
All that I can say is I've seen pictures of her where she cut her hair, and that haircut's a bad choice. But
Ellie, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's one clip of her from after that happens.
Yeah.
In here.
So yeah, there's no Abby clips in here.
No, I kept that.
Yeah.
Spoiler free. I only had one. I think I had 3 clips of cool stuff I did as Abby.
Well, because her gameplay is different, right?
She has different weapons and stuff, but it's like still the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's
still
like
a stealth game primarily, or
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I would have thought that her being super ripped would be like you can just. It'd be really cool if you could just claw your way through the second half of the game.
You probably can. But
interesting. I almost started playing Last of Us 1 last week when I was having a hard time choosing a game.
There she is with her cut hair.
Oh yeah, it's way worse.
Yeah. Yeah, she goes a little like, by the end, like she does some evil shit. And she just won't let it go.
Won't let Abby killing Joel go?
Yeah.
Right. What's going on there where that flaming zombie is just chasing somebody?
Yeah.
And then that zombie runs towards you doing like the Bart Simpson windmill arm.
There's some great, like the encounters are just some of my favorite parts of the game. Like these fights.
Right.
Like they just set up some really great spaces for you to stealth your way through and fight.
I still love when you told me that a lot of the enemies have names.
Yeah,
like,
that's
no, they killed Terry.
Oh man, yeah, I loved it. I wanted it, like I said, in every game ever since. I was like, Chris, no.
That's amazing stuff. It makes you feel like everyone is in the midst of their own game of Last of Us. You're just wrecking their games.
Exactly. Cooper says the dogs really added a whole level of strategy too. Yeah, especially to like the sneaking, because they would be able to like sniff you out more.
I hate dogs in stealth games.
So like the best thing to do is always just get out your bow and take out the dog as fast as you can.
Do the people not notice you killing their dogs?
They do, but they can't find you. Like they're not like.
Interesting.
As long as you move.
Right.
There's a really crazy clip there where I shoot like a dog through the grass.
Yeah.
Which is just a crazy moment. Like it's just the technical design of it worked so well with the gameplay. You just get so sucked into it.
Huh.
Like that moment. I don't know exactly where it is. Where like I said, I shoot the dog through the grass. Like you can, like it's just so like each individual blade of grass is so like well made.
Yeah.
So there's so much thought has been put into all the elements that you can actually like see. Like I was laying in the grass, but I could see the dog moving through the grass, even though I couldn't see the dog itself. And like hear it. Like you can do, like the design's so good that you can just.
That's one thing this generation I feel like I'm always missing out on is it seems games are designed to be played with headphones now.
It's true. It's very true.
And I just
like
don't.
Most
it's not
of them
comfortable.
even have like a setting.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, just to rush through my last two here, another game that had just incredible sound design was Paper Beast.
Oh yeah.
I wish this was in my top 5. I wish I liked it.
I mean, you can make it.
No, I can't because I didn't like it enough.
Right.
I wish I liked it more. I wish the gameplay was better and more streamlined. Because it was one of the coolest visual experiences I've ever had in video games.
That's
and
kind of how I feel.
visual and audio experiences.
Right.
Like that part. I'm just gonna go a little. Oh wait. Oh, that's Persona 5. I see. This part slightly earlier. Oh, I can't find it. There it is. With this water. The sound, I can't even describe how good the sound design was of being under the water. It would like I could hear the water like rushing past my ears and then going underwater.
Weird.
And then like rushing past and going back above water.
That's crazy.
Oh, you're super quiet now. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know why. I'm like right next to the mic.
Oh, weird. Oh, there, that sounds better.
Okay.
But yeah, just insanely well designed as far as the sound and stuff goes. And with the VR headset, I had the headphones in for that too.
Oh right. So you had the good.
It was just really trippy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But just like, yeah, I
like
just
those
never
colored cubes. Those look great.
Yeah, that was incredible. And that whole sequence, like those things, you pick them up and they repel water. And then you have to like lead that creature underwater. So eventually you're underwater with this cube that's repelling all the water around you in like a sphere, an underwater sphere.
Right. Oh, someone's just knocking on my door. I will be right back.
Ooh, exciting.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, just so weird and so well designed. You can kind of see the sky has like numbers in it. It reminded me, it was like being in a Dali painting. You just never knew it was going to happen next. It was so weird. But the gameplay just wasn't quite good enough. It was like...
It was a VR game.
It's a VR game, but that's part of the problem in a way. Like VR games need to be the gameplay needs to be so streamlined.
Yeah, totally.
I need to know exactly what I'm doing and how to do it. And this was like a puzzle game where a lot of it was figuring out just what you're supposed to do.
Right.
And yeah, overall, it just, I couldn't.
Halfway more frustrating than it should be.
Yeah, exactly. And it just took away from, like, I'd spend like half an hour being blown away and then another half an hour being frustrated.
Totally.
Alex says, I said I like this one a lot. Yeah, totally. It's still like it'd be hard to kind of. I mean, there's lots of games that I haven't played this year, so there's a chance it could be knocked out of the top 10. But I do love it so much that I feel like in most cases it'll end up being my 10th.
You'd keep it at 10 regardless.
Yeah.
Just
because I do. There's so many cool aspects. And it's just unlike, anything I've ever played.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
My fancy controller I just bought showed up in the mail.
Ooh.
I know, right? It's really fancy. I can't believe it. How exciting.
Things are looking up.
Things are looking up for 2021.
Well, we're going to take a break because we've talked for a long time and I need water and my throat's starting to fall apart. But we're going to come back and just probably play a couple of these games.
Oh, yeah. Check out 1 or 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah. Probably some Hades, probably some Persona, because those are our top games of the year. And then we'll see.
Whoa. Let's see.
Yeah. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be back with some gaming. What a concept.
I hate games.
Oh, wait. I forgot. What do I have to... Wait. I'm just going to set up the game first.
All right.
No, I'm not.
I just saw your notification pop up.
Something.
I just saw the notification pop up that Alex is playing Spelunky 2 on the stream. Or maybe it was just on my Skype version of the stream, but
nice.
Yeah, handy information.
All right, we'll be right back.
So have fun with that. Oh yeah. I wish we should just make one that's all of them cycling in GIF form. Just put that in where it's just flashing all different shit. You're just putting text in. Yeah. Man, this controller feels ridiculously good. It's like really heavy and like well put together feeling, yeah. That's exciting. Oh sure, the PS5's already hooked up, yeah. More importantly, I can hear some sweet ass music.
we go. We're back.
We're back. Oh,
and
boy.
at it.
Look at that. Look at that paper beast.
You're unmuted.
I'm unmuted. I was just mentioning to Pants there was a cover for Hollow Knight Silk Song in Edge magazine. Did you see that, Alex?
Yeah, that's exciting. And that reminds me too. Well, while we play some Persona here, we'll talk about 2021.
Oh, 2021, not 2018 or 2019. Okay.
We can do that too.
We'll do 2021 for starters. Alex didn't see this. There's no news yet. There's just the cover of the issue of the magazine has been leaked. But the issue's supposed to come out, I think, on the 31st. So tomorrow there should be new Silk Song news.
Yeah, there'll be some kind of, I'm assuming
preview
plus interview maybe of some kind.
Edge always does interviews, so yeah, there'll be that. And maybe if we're lucky, like a vague release date.
Yeah, because it'd be great if it came out next year.
You should load a different part of the game.
Oh yeah, this is spoilery?
This is the end of the game.
I was just going to go to Thieves' Den. And I thought...
Oh, okay, then go to Thieves' Den, yeah.
I figured Endgame would be better.
It's all the same. It's the Thieves' Den doesn't matter where my save progress
I thought
is.
you could choose what you showed.
No, I can choose, but it's at the vending machines right in front of you when you walk in there.
Yeah.
But you can go up to...
I just assumed I assumed you unlocked things as you went. And...
Oh yeah, but those will still be there if you load an earlier save file now. Like it's unlocked across the account.
Yeah, this is the Thieves' Den. I love the ATM guys.
Yeah, they were so cool.
And they've got the teacher and the cafe owner and
man,
who's that guy? The gun store owner?
That's the gun store owner.
Right.
Or Irai. But Sojiro is maybe as good a character as Nanako in my mind.
Oh wow, yeah, he is.
Sojiro is so good.
He is incredibly good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very true.
Yeah. And he's so fucking cool. Like he's just the best.
Yeah.
And then I love this boss.
Totally.
It's just freaky.
Yeah.
And I love that he's just hanging around at the back of it, the boss.
Yeah, he's just hiding back there.
Yeah. You can't see me. Oh, and I guess spoilers for the end game boss of the first Persona 5 is here. There's a big pig ass.
But yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'm assuming it'll come out in 2021. Silk Song.
Totally. Did you ever go upstairs in here?
Play Tycoon?
I never played the card game, actually. I don't know what it is.
Weird.
But if you go in the door that takes you upstairs, you can transform into any of the characters.
Oh.
You can run around here as Morgana or whoever.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's not really for much purpose, but... Oh, there's one of the new characters in this game. That's Jose.
Oh.
He's just a little boy who is eating flowers in mementos.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
I mean, there might be more to him, but I don't know. I don't know where this takes you. Oh, that's out of the Thieves' Den. Like, if this was available to us the whole time, how come we were using the fucking Thieves or the LeBlanc as our headquarters? The staircase was right behind you there.
Yeah, like this place is in like another dimension.
Yeah. Is this where the Velvet Room is?
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It kind of reminds me. I like that they just pads on the ground. It's like reminds me of like Banjo-Kazooie or something.
Totally. Oh, that's great. How come Ryuji was in his like school outfit? Ann is in her.
Yeah, but it's I noticed that like there's a Joker one too of him in.
Oh, in regular clothes.
Or in whatever that is.
Winter clothes?
So maybe there's like multiple models.
Weird. I know there is one that you can be Morgana as a cat and one where you're Morgana as a anthropomorphic cat.
Oh yeah, this seems to be anthropomorphic.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Oh,
is that Morgana human form?
That's human Morgana.
Oh.
Yeah. I know. Weird shit happens in Royal. It's really weird. It makes me a little bit more disappointed that there wasn't boy-on-boy romance in the game, though. Like there should have been.
Totally.
It's kind of bogus that you can sleep with every fucking girl in the game, but none of the boys, even though they're just as thirsty.
It's true.
Who's that? Kasumi?
Yeah, I think it's Kasumi. Kasumi.
Kasumi, like, it's crazy. In, like, you know, the beginning of the game when you are, like, escaping the casino or whatever.
Yeah.
There's Kasumi's included in cutscenes there.
Oh, like even in the old one?
No, like, she's doing shit that's impactful right off the bat, though.
Oh, but like, yeah, right.
Just like there's like scenes of things that she's.
It is pretty crazy that they found like
Joker.
Significant ways to include her through the whole game.
No, she's great. She's a great character, but also a lot like you'll also just stare at the screen and shake your head a lot at the shit she does, like, or the shit that happens with her. Like, it's just weird.
Right.
Like, some of this makes me wish I could love anime, because I think most anime is this crazy.
Right.
But I just don't give a shit. Like, that's just a bus that's shaped like a cat.
Yeah. It's a cat bus.
And that's not even unique to this. There's cat buses in other anime.
Well, Totoro has a cat bus.
Yeah, so, like, clearly nothing in this game is unique, and I just need to open my mind. Did you ever look straight up and see Wakaba?
No. Wow. How do you... I can't.
You have to find the right spot to stand, I guess.
It looked creepy, whatever it was.
It's Futaba's giant mom.
Oh. 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 Weird.
Yeah. You can also... each one of those platforms you can sort of switch other like-sized things. So I can also put the last boss there, that giant robot you fought.
Right.
Yeah. Or I can make... What's the name of Sataniel or whatever you... When you get a giant persona... Remember, you get the giant persona at the end of the game?
Yeah, I can't remember.
It's called, like, Sadaniel or something.
I can't remember. It's a good name.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, probably Psychonauts 2 is probably my most anticipated 2020 game.
For 2021?
2021 game, yeah.
Interesting.
But right up there also would be Deathloop and Ghostwire.
Deathloop's probably my number one, but then
I have really high hopes for Deathloop.
Horizon Forgotten West is really high, especially because that game's gonna look fucking insane.
It's gonna look gorgeous, yeah, but I could care less about it, to be honest.
Right.
The
Persona
first
5
one was
Strikers
gorgeous too.
is one I'm really jazzed for now. But yeah, I don't see a whole lot else that I'm super interested in.
Well, I'm thinking Deathloop, Ghostwire, and Psychonauts I might like more than Hades.
Oh yeah, maybe. My concern with Deathloop is how dependent it's going to be on multiplayer to do it properly.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't think it will.
I don't think so, but
I think it's more about playing like both stories.
Right. It's true.
Like
it could be
playing both sides. I don't know. I have high expectations for that game, even though I don't know that much about it.
Right.
Just because of that it's made by the people who made Dishonored.
Yeah. Well, once upon a time, Arcane, one of their first games that they ever were making that got canceled was called The Gathering, and it was another game like this that was like both single player and multiplayer, where you were interacting with other people's stories by like you'd go into an area and a bunch of people would spawn in as the enemies, but that would be part of their story. Like, it's just it seems like they're taking a lot from that, but that's a game that never actually came out, so who knows. Yeah. That was a game they were making for Valve back in the day.
That's crazy.
It was one of the weirdest looking games, and it was the world like that was. It was right after Half-Life 2 got made, and that was the first game made by the world designer of Half-Life 2, who went on to do the Dishonored games. The Alexei Ponikarovsky, or whatever his name is. So it looks like Dishonored and Half-Life. It looks like it's another Arcane game that should have come out at some point.
The one that was canceled, you mean?
Yeah. There's three huge Arcane games that got canceled, I guess, that happened between their first game and when Dishonored came out. Like they also were doing Half-Life 2 Episode 3, which was called Raven's Home, and it was crazy. It was like a totally different kind of game from what Half-Life was previously, where it was more about dialogue and talking to people, and I guess they still have a full version of that game that, like, when you get a job at Arcane, you're like a week in and they take you to this room and they let you play through it. And like that sounds like the coolest thing.
That's really cool. Yeah. Like I don't know, they're pretty high pedigree at this point.
Yeah.
And it's such a cool concept.
And it looks so cool. Like the art style is out of this world, and
yeah, I'm just so on board. I don't even know that much about it really, but I'm just I can't wait. See, even Ghostwire is kind of the same kind of deal.
I'm worried it won't be fun is my issue with Ghostwire, but it looks cool.
But that's my thing is like that's why I love those designers is they make fun games.
But like I didn't think Evil Within was terribly fun.
Yeah, maybe not. I guess that's somewhat of an exception, but I don't know. I think it was still pretty fun.
It had cool stuff going on, but
it had like Resident Evil kind of feels like that kind of level. I'm worried
this is gonna play totally crazy and be like more a Death Stranding, but who knows?
I don't know. Yeah, I have, again, just from the studio, I have really high expectations.
Yeah.
Even without knowing that much about it.
Yeah.
I'm just playing it safe with my shield here.
Yeah. I'm still just scrolling through a list of other things that are coming. Far Cry 6 is one next year that I'm pretty interested in.
Yeah, I'm interested
in
it, for sure.
But that's one down the line. It'll be much better if we just wait until we both get it and do that co-op.
It would be awesome, yeah.
Far Cry is just nutty.
That's the preferred. Oh, geez, my heat gauge is up to 6 on this weapon. Man. It's the problem.
That was... I eventually beat it with the 42 heat gauge.
Wow.
That was when I was like, okay, I've done everything I can do in this game.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Hogwarts Legacy. That's one, like... It's one of those things.
I got a bunch
as a franchise just keeps getting worse and worse, but that game looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that's on my maybe list. Yeah, I kind of got like a maybe, and of games that I either don't know if they're gonna come out or I don't know if I'm gonna get.
That's the thing.
That's one. New Pokemon Snap is on that list as well.
Kenna could be cool.
What's that?
That's the like big open world Zelda looking game, but it's kind of about music and it's just like really colorful and.
Who's making it?
I don't know. It's super next gen looking. Let me look it up.
And like, you know, kind of a long shot would be Bayonetta 3.
When's that coming out?
I don't know, but we didn't get a platinum game this year.
That's weird.
And that's the only game we know about, except for like Project.
Wonderful 101 come out this year?
I guess. Yeah, I guess that counts. Right. But it's a port.
And it's made by. What else have they made? Ember Lab. I'm not familiar with them. But it looks really nice. It's a pretty game. Next year we've also got the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which I think comes out in January, doesn't it?
These aren't great. Oh yeah, that'll be good.
Pretty soon. I don't think I'm gonna get it at full price for sure. But
yeah, and like we were saying before, Mario 3D World.
This is one I've not seen up until now, but Panzer Dragoon VR.
Oh, weird.
That's crazy. Resident Evil Village, that's pretty high up.
Yes, that and No More Heroes 3 are the other two like definitelys for me. So I've got Deathloop, Ghostwire, Psychonauts 2, Resident Evil 8, and No More Heroes 3 for sure.
Like earlier, there's Vampire the Masquerade. Earlier I would have said that for sure, but everyone got left that project, so who the hell knows what's going on there?
Right.
Yeah. That seems to be. Oh, Weird West. That always looked neat.
And then I have high hopes that Zelda will come out next year.
That's That's like a hot take though.
But it's not confirmed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just I think it will, just because it's an anniversary year, and the new Switch will probably come out as well.
Probably.
And they'll want to launch it with the new Zelda game.
That's very true. Or a new Mario. We could get Mario
it's
128.
True. That'd be amazing too. So I I think next year's going to be really good for me.
I don't even know.
Like a lot of these games, I think are going to rank a lot higher than they games this year were for me.
Like, if I didn't know better, I would say Resident Evil 8 would get delayed for sure. But that game's supposed to come out in March, so
yeah,
like, it's right around the corner, and it's all been leaked. So,
yeah,
like, it's for sure coming out. So it's weird because there just hasn't been a lot of games coverage this year, even though these games have continued to be made. Bludgeon those jerks.
yeah.
Are you using the Chaos Shield?
I have high hopes.
You're using the Chaos one, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that one.
Isn't that just the one where you throw the shield? Captain America style?
But it's slightly less good than the default Captain America style one, I think.
Oh, what does this one do again? I didn't even...
It does one less target, but if you throw your shield after doing a special, I think you shoot multiple shields. There's a way to throw multiple shields at once. I just don't remember how. It's been too long.
Take the hammer.
Always take the hammer.
Always take the hammer, man.
The hammers are where you win.
It's true. Yeah.
Like, you could get a good enough thing in a hammer that you don't really need anything else for the rest of the run. Like if you were doing javelins and you got the explosive javelins, you're set. McKinley's just freaking out. Oh, what do we got? Like Dread Flight is the best one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. You're pretty much set. I mean, you need a good shield effect now, but
yeah, exactly. I just need a good thing for my spec for this move.
More than half of them are good. So like it's not even a big deal which one you get.
Yeah. It's so fast now. Just goes and then if I had a thing that just poisoned them or something.
Or like, because like the alternative is Aphrodite, where it like deflects things, but you're doing 3 times as much damage per hit with that. Like,
and my attack has the Poseidon that just knocks them away.
Yeah. If you got a Zeus on them, like,
it's pretty good.
Colorful. It's just all good from here. It's lame when you get these. I ended up switching to the thing where I could reroll doors instead of the reroll items.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But then, don't you get a thing where you can, like, getting those gives you something else too?
What do you mean?
I can't remember.
I think you get like extra money or something when you get the health upgrade. But if I can help it, I only want boons and hammers. So
but you usually only get like 2 hammers a run, I find.
Yeah, 2, and then if you get lucky, you can get a 3rd.
Yeah. Man, this game's great.
It's great. I always love if you can go right off the bat and get either Poseidon then Dionysus, and you can get the thing that makes you only get epic boons for the rest of the run.
Oh yeah, that's one of the best ones. Yeah, especially if you get it early on.
And it's an easy one to get early on if you just wear one of the accessories for one of the 2 guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, this boss is annoying.
Yes, he is.
But, I mean, actually, he's... The one that shoots the lasers everywhere is way more annoying to fight. I'll always take hits against that one. Everyone says Ares is supposed to be the hottest god in this game, and I don't think I agree with that.
Okay, I need my special. Come on.
Come on.
Yeah, special inflicts doom.
Oh, man, perfect.
This is all I need.
There you go. Now you're set. Now you just need things that'll keep making your special stronger.
Exactly. Can't remember
which charm do you have on? Is that the one from your mom?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so yeah. Actually, don't get any more boons, and then your special will be so strong.
That's true.
Yeah.
I feel like that was insane. I just threw I just go and they just die.
And you only have to focus on dodging now.
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't even really. They didn't even get a chance to shoot you.
Yeah.
And your special just leveled up. Like, You just got like 25% more powerful without doing anything there. But like, it'll still be annoying. You'll have to get behind those shields guys in Area 3.
Yeah, exactly. There's always like that. That's why it's so well designed.
Yeah.
No matter how good your setup is, there's something, especially in Area 3, I always found, that gets around it. You can like still dominate them if your setup's good enough, but there's always there's some counter for it in Area 3.
Yeah, it's true. And then Area 4 doesn't really have counters, it's just got poison everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And if you end up having to fight that tiny mouse boss, he's a real fucker.
Yeah. Things can go south really fast in that 4th area.
Yeah. But you can also play it pretty safe, too.
Especially, depending on your setup. Like
a Poseidon build is the best.
I was going to say, a Poseidon build, because all the rooms in that area are so small.
Yeah, if you just get the Poseidon dash, you're actually set for that.
Slammed against all the walls, and it's just, you throw one bullet, and you throw one thing in the room, and they all just get smashed everywhere and die.
Yeah, it's just too good. If there's one problem with Hades, it's that it's too good.
It's too good. It's just so damn good.
Like, I'm probably gonna play it after we're done now too.
McKinney says next year Extra Life should be all VR.
I'm not playing. God.
In that case. We wouldn't do it. We would actually permanently damage our heads.
Your eyes and brain.
Yeah, I would get. I think I'd have a permanent headache if I did that.
Who's the god that's in the bad world?
Athena. I could go for dash.
Deflecting dash.
Dash deflect. That's
or her call is also fucking great.
Yeah. All right.
Her call is the one where.
But I can't get hit, right? In these things.
You can't get hit.
Yeah, I don't know if.
But you have the win mode.
I know, but I'm so bad at playing it safe.
Just stay far away.
I just want to jump in.
Just never jump in. These guys aren't even coming close to you. Just never jump in. Do you think Supergiant could make a good Marvel game? It'd be amazing if they did Avengers, but it was Hades.
That'd be fantastic.
Because you're totally just Captain America.
Be kind of like.
And Hawkeye is the bow.
What was it? Ultimate Alliance?
Oh yeah, totally.
They should just make a new Ultimate Alliance game, but in their style.
That would be really interesting. It would look so good.
It really would. I think I'm actually I'm supposed to be giving these to the gods, my nectars. I think that's the only.
You may as well be, yeah.
It's the only people I have left to give stuff to.
Yeah. Delicious nectar.
Yeah.
You got the dash.
Get my good stuff. McKinley can complete his PS wish list, normally over $650 for only $175 thanks to the Christmas sale. Holy smokes.
That's crazy.
It's like everything you want is on sale.
I've gotten a few in this Christmas sale. I got Ancestors and the Spyro trilogy and Yakuza. I also, that's one thing I did over Christmas break. I platinumed Spyro 1.
Wow.
It's really fun. It's really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's a really solid game. And I still have 2 more Spyro games.
I forgot how it worked. I'm totally going to buy Pistol Whip, I think. But I realized that sale goes till January 19th. So
yeah, it goes forever.
I was like, I'll just wait.
Seeing big sales like this only breaks my heart in knowing that Beat Saber's never going to go on sale.
It's true.
Yeah, it's never going to happen.
I don't know what to do with Beat Saber, yeah. But then at the same time, I don't know, Cooper was saying something, I think, about it being worse on certain consoles, on PlayStation and stuff, because they didn't have there's different rights or something. I
have very low expectations for a VR game, though, too.
Yeah, it's true.
As long as it's fun to play, it's...
Yeah, exactly. That's true. That's the main thing.
I don't care what it looks like, or, It feels so different from everything else anyways, that... But I bet Alex would just be crazy to play. That is the VR game I want to play more than any other.
Totally.
Although, isn't it... It is also just a first-person shooter at its core.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Not doing anything incredibly inventive.
No, it's just making a first-person shooter work.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a full game.
Yeah.
It's the challenge, I guess.
You have this is on Heat, or this is
Yeah.
Two of them, yeah.
Yeah, what it's called, Extreme Measures.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just have it on the first two, I think.
Right. Oh, I think that the Hydra is actually easier on Extreme Measures.
Yeah,
than it is.
totally.
Yeah, because every piece of him is so close to you that it's just easy to demolish.
That would have been hard without my shield.
Totally. Well, but if you didn't have your shield, you would have had some other crazy powerful thing too, probably.
Oh, Alex says think so, but I'm not sure what that was about. What we thought.
No, I also forget.
McKinley says you guys are spending a lot of time on Hades. When I last did about 1:30, we were talking about it, and now we're still on it.
Well, we were talking about it then.
Yeah, we're playing.
Now we were just playing our 2 game of the years.
Yeah, exactly. We played Persona for 15, 20 minutes or so, and now we're playing Hades for just the next 15 minutes.
Yeah. Oh man, you got some Titan blood.
I meant to be talking more about the 2021 games.
But
we kind of covered most of those.
I finished my list. I didn't see anything else.
The only other 2 that I had on my maybes that are totally dependent on. Well, I don't know. I probably won't even buy them on launch because it'll be too expensive. I'll buy them when they're cheap. Yeah. And is Gotham Knights for sure? I'll buy it when it's cheap.
What is that one?
That's the one that's like that's just made by the people who made the last Batman game. Okay, or no, not the last one, but the Origins or whatever.
Right.
The one that wasn't made by
Rocksteady. Right.
But it doesn't star Batman. It stars like the other 4.
Interesting. But I didn't like that stuff in what was it? Arkham something, or the 3rd one where you had to play as like Nightwing and Robin.
That is kind of the thing. Yeah, exactly. I kind of want to be Batman.
Yeah.
But I'll probably still buy it when it gets cheap enough.
Right. Oh, and those Batman games always get very cheap.
Yeah, exactly. And they're just fun to play.
Like I bought the 3-pack on PS4 for like $10. It's such a good deal.
Yeah, that's insane. But then also this one totally depends on how it's received. Is what's it called? Returnal.
Oh yeah, that's got really good trailers.
And it comes out in March or something.
Oh, interesting.
Like it's actually I thought it was like still one of these games that was like years away, but
yeah,
sounds like it's happening.
Craziness.
Like I also have on this list of like things that don't have a release date, like Metroid Prime 4 and stuff. But I have like Pragmata and Solar Ash.
Right.
I kind of had Returnal in like when I thought of Returnal, it was like with those games of just being like concepts.
Well, like what's the one made by the Dead Space guy?
The one in the PUBG universe and stuff. Yeah. I can't remember the something Protocol.
Yeah, that one could also be great.
Is that next year though?
Yeah, well, probably.
I don't know.
If it's a mod in it, I don't understand.
It was just announced. No, I don't think it's a mod. I think it's just that they own, or like they own the company that's making it. And for some whatever reason, they're like, yeah, make a cool game, but it has to be set in the PUBG universe. Right. I don't get it at all. It makes no sense. But by the looks of it, it has no actual like bearing on it.
Right. Oh, initial release date 2022. So yeah, that's not coming out.
Yeah, it was just announced at the Game Awards.
That's true. Don't show me a game unless it comes out soon. I don't have that kind of attention span. Perfect. I'm already bored of waiting for it.
I don't know. Returnal, we'll see. That one's actually happening. I did notice I had on a list of maybes was EDF 6, but that I don't know if it got delayed, but it's not coming out in Japan till like the end of next year.
Weird.
So I don't think it'll come out till 2022.
I'm almost more interested in the weird voxel version of EDF.
I don't know.
The World Defenders or whatever it's called.
I don't know. I'm interested, I guess. I'm not extremely interested in either. Like, mostly because we still have 5.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. But
I think this is like a story thing.
Looks significantly different. Oh man, that's exciting. Stuff's advancing. I'm just scrolling through GameSpot's list of 50 games you should have on your radar for next year.
They're having a moment.
Some of them have like really nice art style. Like this Dustborn looks cool, but it's probably just a walking simulator. Like kind of, there's too many walking simulators now.
Right. Nice. They're just having a moment here.
The voice acting in this game is so good.
It's so good.
What's your pick of choice usually on that?
It depends what I have usually. Like I only have a few boons.
Right.
So, these ones that give like up to 4 random boons aren't worth
level
it.
Up. That's true. Although it's like a basic guarantee you'll get your special leveled up once.
That's true.
Although like
but the rarity's probably better for that though.
I think I always take Ambrosia Delight.
If I don't have stuff that I want to level up, I'll take the Refreshing Nectar.
Right.
The hopes that depends what I have.
Ambrosia Delight, it leads to you getting legendary boons a lot, I find. And those are the things that break.
Hey, I unlocked her heart.
Oh man, now you can find true love.
That's so good. That was
she just sings her sweet song.
Almost Persona style, the way you like leveled up relationships and stuff.
Totally. This one, what a great name. I was a teenage exo-colonist. Stupid. I don't know any of these games they're telling me to have on my
right, they're all just like indie games. But 50 games is a lot.
It's a lot.
Like, yeah. That's so hard to predict.
Totally.
Like
so many of them look the same as each other, though.
A bunch of these are going to end up being terrible, and a bunch of them will end up being great.
A lot of games have adopted that art style, like that new game that just came out, that Calico, and like Dream Daddy has that art style, like the sort of American anime style.
Oh yeah, sure.
That there's so many games here that just look the same as that.
Right.
That's one that comes out next year that I'm excited for on consoles is Disco Elysium.
Oh yeah.
I haven't had a chance to play that yet.
It looks really cool. Alex played it.
Oh yeah, did he like it?
I think he did.
Speak for himself. I don't.
He did.
Know.
Yeah, he beat it, and he.
Oh, Disco is his number 2 game of the year. There you go.
Was that this year?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, crazy.
Is Hades your number 1 game of the year? It's got to be his number 1, right?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he said on Instagram, he said Hades, but also Hollow Knight.
Right.
And then I said maybe Silksong will actually come out next year, and you can actually say.
You didn't hear it earlier, but I was talking to Pants that I am playing Hollow Knight again presently.
Yeah, and I'm definitely going to play Hollow Knight in 2021.
I also played Hollow Knight again like 2 months ago.
I'm going to play it on my Xbox.
Oh yeah.
That's my plan.
That's exciting. It's excellent. And you've seen it all. But...
Yeah, totally, but it's been so long.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I think I played parts of it too.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
La Mulana number 2 is his number 3 game. Interesting. I don't know about La Mulana.
Yeah, I couldn't. From what he's told me about that, it sounds like I would like sort of the just exploring, and sounds like I'd like half the game.
Yeah.
Because then like the second half, you have to really find all the secrets and stuff.
Huh.
And they're like Metroid style secrets of just like a wall.
Yep. Although Hollow Knight does a very by the time that you actually have to find the things in the secrets, you get a charm that shows you every room that has the secrets in it.
Yeah.
So like it's really not hard to find everything.
Totally. Yeah, I don't think.
And that's my issue with
like that.
The Ori games also. Like they look like it's just they make it look too like painterly, so you can't. I can't tell where to go in any screen. I don't know.
What about Resident Evil 3?
I still haven't done
Alex Casey.
Oh, where did that finish on yours?
I think I put Ghost of Tsushima like above it, like ranked higher.
Based on an hour of gameplay.
Yeah. I liked it. I still really enjoyed Resident Evil 3.
Yeah. Did you finish it then?
Yeah, I did.
Wait.
It wasn't too much longer than I thought.
Alex says he never enjoys the Resident. Did you not like Resident Evil 2?
I know you didn't like Resident Evil 2, but I remember you saying you liked Resident Evil 3 more. Or maybe you just still didn't like
What? Didn't like Resident Evil 2? That game is also damn close to a perfect game.
I do remember we talked about this though. Like I do kind of understand just because he doesn't like aiming.
Oh
like
yeah,
shooting and aiming.
That's true. Oh, a two-boon room.
Yeah, two-boon room.
Two-boon room. Best kind of room.
But I'm surprised you liked 3 more, because the thing I didn't like about 3 as much was that it lost like that feeling of the environment being a giant puzzle.
Oh yeah.
That you slowly sort of unlock throughout the game. That Resident Evil 2 so totally kept that feeling.
So are there a lot of, like, you're sort of just going through areas one time only in Resident Evil 3, or?
Oh jeez, I don't know who's better here.
Having Hades chasing you sucks, so I would take Hades, but
wait,
I hate. Remember, the one you don't choose chases you.
Yeah, I know, but you mean this guy Ares?
Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah.
I feel like they're both pretty terrible when they chase you.
Yeah, but you've got your throwing disc. You can stay away from the water. The Ares things will just pop up underneath you. Oh, bad luck.
What?
Well, they didn't know rares, no anything.
Oh no, but I got the one that gives me my increases my
better doom
damage. Yeah, that's good. I'll take it.
The one thing, the support is so... You just don't ever use it. Like, it's a neat thing, but it...
You definitely... There's setups for you, do you?
Really?
You mean your cast?
Yeah. No, not your cast. The one that's the, like... It looks like the thing you have one thing in the top of your powers there.
Oh,
You're, like,
yeah.
Flushy.
I agree with that, yeah. I always... By the time you unlock them, you just forget to use them.
Yeah, you don't need them. They're not powerful. They're just...
Yeah.
But, like... If you have the one equipped now that gives you some extra healing, that's some free healing you can have, but...
I think I'll just take this.
I don't think better graphics would make Alex like Resident Evil Remake 2 better, Mick. Oh, Hermes.
No, he just likes the old style. I do have a ton of gold, but yeah.
You do have a ton of gold, but you'll be able to spend all that gold at the store in Area 4.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't... I've been doing... Like, I usually only go to the store if I need healing.
Right. Sometimes I'll try and make a run around fighting Charon early on. If you can get the discount pretty early,
that's
you can buy a lot
so
of stuff.
rare, though. I've
It's
only
tough.
ever fought him once.
Oh, yeah.
Should Grimpen just say herpes?
Hermes.
I like non-combat take controls style Resident Evil. Yeah, I get that. But Resident Evil 2 at least kept the like puzzle, like environment element of it.
Right.
3 totally didn't.
3's just an action movie.
Yeah, which was fun. It was really fun. It reminded me way more of Resident Evil 5 and 6 than the old Resident Evils.
Nothing should remind you of Resident Evil 6.
Like Carlos, like you play as Carlos for some of it, and he's got a like when he does a perfect dodge, he does like a punch. He does this crazy punch that just like blasts zombies away. Like it feels
fun, but...
it feels right out of 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Wow, these are lame.
I'd re-roll.
I guess, but it's my last re-roll.
It's true. But if you can get the one that gives you money every room, like that's... I love money every room.
All right, let's see what we got.
Or extra dodges. Or... Yeah, that's rough. Like, that's... Quick recovery is good.
Yeah, like that's what I'll go with, but that's pretty bad.
If you can get an epic quick recovery, that's like 70% damage you heal back, which is crazy.
That's crazy.
There's also that one move you can get. I think it's what's her name? What's the name of the ice lady?
It starts with a D.
I wanted to say Dionysus, but that's not.
Yeah, exactly.
Demeter.
Yeah.
But the one, she has that move that lowers the rarity on all your boons down to normal, and then every room, like a couple of them go up. Like,
oh,
that's a
right.
one.
Yeah,
so
that one can be amazing.
You can
end
the game with all orange boons if you play it right.
Yeah, it's such a good one to get early.
It's nuts.
Yeah, I don't have the second extreme measures on there. I don't know why.
True. You might not have needed the heat to do it. You might still be at a low enough bounce. Yeah, you're going to get a new reward from this guy now anyways. Because you got a new reward from Megara. Like, just the reward system is so good in this, where... Like, it challenges you every run to try and do it a little bit harder each time you play.
Totally, yeah, and try something new.
Yeah. The crazy thing with the Heat 42 runs was I had to, like, purge a boon every floor. I hate that stuff.
Yeah.
But as a result of that, you have a lot of money as you go through the game. So, like, it's actually not too bad. And fun fact, although most Roman gods are just renamed ripoffs of Greek gods, there are some small changes. For example, in Greek, Hades is the god of the dead, but in Roman, Pluto is the god of the dead and wealth. I mean, it makes sense. He probably just robs all those dead people.
Yeah. They go hand in hand.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. What should we do? I don't know how much longer it'll take me to actually finish a run, but
oh yeah,
it's probably like another 15-20 minutes.
It's true. That's the thing. Now, because you have 3 death defies, you always make it to the end.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe that's it.
That's it.
But let's just go over our final top 10s there.
Okay, let me find my app again, or the 2020 again. Okay. Yeah, my 10 is Exit the Gun. No, this isn't right.
Yeah, okay, countdown. My 10 is Jackbox 7.
Oh, my 10 is Fall Guys.
Followed by Resident Evil 3.
Maneater.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Murder by Numbers.
Carrion.
Jackbox 7.
Oh, wow. That's pretty high ranking.
Yeah.
Paper Beasts, number 6.
Ghost of Tsushima is my 6.
I wonder where that'll end up ranking for me.
I just really like all the games that are ahead of it.
And then, yeah, my top 5. I just like I just have a hard time seeing any of the games that I haven't played, even if I do love them. These ones are just so tied to the year for me.
Right. It'd be incredibly hard.
My 5th is Animal Crossing.
Mine is Yakuza 7.
Then Last of Us 2.
And Tony Hawk 1 and 2.
And then Tony Hawk 1 and 2.
Oh,
my number 3.
My 3 is Hades. I'm surprised Tony Hawk made it that high up your list.
It was really it was just perfect timing.
Yeah.
It was all about timing for that game. It was like exactly.
And it was
like
also
medicine.
Tony Hawk 2 was totally like a relentlessly like happy game.
Yeah.
Like it
like,
feels so positive and upbeat and yeah.
Yeah. It was like you could prescribe that game to 90s gamers.
Yep, that's that new game they made this year where they're prescribing it to people with ADHD, right? Tony Hawk 1 and 2.
That's the one.
Yep. My 3 was Hades.
Right. And then my 2 is FF7.
Mine's Animal Crossing.
And then my number 1 is Hades.
And mine's Persona.
Amazing.
Super Persona.
Really? Yeah. It turned out to be a really good year for games.
Yeah, I think my top 7 are very, very, very good. And then like Murder by Numbers, Maneater, and Fall Guys are all like 7.5s.
That's the thing. Yeah. But I feel like there's enough games that I didn't play. They will easily fill those.
Oh yeah.
My last 4.
The ones I didn't play, I don't know how many of those are better than a 7.5 either.
I think they will be.
I wonder.
That's the thing. I think by the end of this time next year, I'll have a 2020 list that will be of all games that I really like.
Yeah.
Which kind of happened last year with this stuff last year too. Although there's still, I think, a couple slots missing from last year. But I remember when we did this last year.
Yeah.
I looked it up a while ago to figure out what our lists were.
Yeah.
I only kind of had Astral Chain and Bloodstained as the games that like I felt were really impactful.
Right.
Because we were playing a bunch of games at the time.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
There were so many games that I hadn't played. Like we were just, obviously because of the pandemic, we were just way more on top of it.
Yeah.
This year. And there was just, I don't know, it was just the right time for games.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
It just fit.
I think. It seems like in general, like last year, I'd say only the top 3 games were the games I'd loved. After those, then it was just really likes.
Looking back, I have a pretty strong like 7. I feel like, But as far as games that I really loved, just the top. Well, even top 5, even.
Like Bloodstained and Wadham and Remnant are all really great, but
I include Bloodstained.
I don't think I'll ever replay any of those games again.
I think Bloodstained I might someday.
I mean, I have.
They added so much to that.
This is a shitty example.
Like Bloodstained, is the one that's kind of on the line. But my top 4 would be Astral Chain, Devil May Cry 5, Blood and Truth, and Control.
Right.
And those definitely are all games I loved. And then Bloodstained and Wadham and Resident Evil 2 are also pretty high up. Like most of those games, like that top 4 is like I like more than Hades, basically.
Sure. That like Control and Resident Evil 2 I definitely like more than no, I don't know if I like Control more than Persona 5. That's tough. Because Control would definitely be in my top 10 ever.
Right.
McKinley asked if anyone this year would be in your top 10s of all time. Persona 5 might be. That's tough.
Yeah, I can see Persona 5. For me, almost definitely not, I would say.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say, like, I mean, this is the first year of the decade, but I feel like by the end of the next decade, when we're doing best of the decade, I don't think any of these games are going to rank that high.
You don't think Hades will?
I don't think they will.
I think Hades will be even better by then. Is the thing.
Maybe, but I think it will be. But I just think there's going to be things like even the games next year, like Deathloop, Zelda, potentially, Psychonauts 2. Those are games that I could potentially like more than Hades already.
Right. Oh, that's one other game that's coming out next year that I forgot about is Sports Story. That's what I'm really excited for.
The sequel to Golf Story.
Sequel to Golf Story, yeah. Then 2018. McKinley, shouldn't our best game of the decade be tomorrow? I mean, no, we did it the other way.
Yeah, we did best of the decade last year. Because, you either have to count the 0 year or we have to count it one way or the other, yeah.
It's weird, though, like, given distance, my list would probably already be different.
You think?
I think so.
Given this list?
Persona
5.
Just the distance of time too. I think Control would probably be up to my number 1.
Oh, totally. But wow, crazy! The best game of all time, the decade and beating Binding of Isaac.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. See, I don't think of Binding of Isaac as a game that ever had a release date in my mind.
I mean, but we were talking about decades, and that's
that's true. It's just always been there. But okay, then never mind. But it's number 2, and then
Bloodborne was number 2.
Yeah, it would be, I think I like it more than Bloodborne at this point.
Wow. But to me, they could change. You could ask me the next week, and it could have been different.
Oh, totally. You could even an hour later, and I'd give you the same justification, but put them in a different order.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They were like the order was kind of arbitrary, but they were. But
it's a think piece.
Yeah. No, the new best of the decade starts this year. 2020 to 2029.
Yeah. So far that we gave you our best of the decade so far.
Yeah.
Now.
Exactly. We'll update you every year.
Yeah. You think
this
we
best
should?
this
It would be
decade
much
will be
simpler to
2020.
do it that way.
Yeah. What?
It would be much simpler to just do it that way. Just start a
Totally.
best of the decade list at the beginning of every decade.
Totally.
Yeah.
It still makes me want to go back sometimes and do.
Oh, from the beginning of time of gaming.
Yeah, exactly. Best of the year.
Yeah. But
It's
then
fun.
you get to years where there's nothing we've played. I bet.
Like I said. No, I bet you. I don't know. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. It
like definitely if you went as far back as like 70s for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally.
But from the 90s on?
Oh, 90s on would be fine.
Yeah.
But I bet there'd be some stinker lists in there.
Yeah, probably. I bet you at least I bet you there's almost always one game that's like, I mean, not quite, but like, yeah. It is weird. I remember when we did Best of the Decade, there were certain years that were just like way better.
Oh yeah. Like 98's always been famous for having just a cuckoo bananas amount of crazy stuff.
Yeah. It's true. And there's some I know I think 2004 or something. There's some early 2000 ones as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, true. 2029, that'll be next Best of the Decade.
Look forward to it. Put it in your calendar.
Yeah, mark it down now.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what the contenders will be?
I bet I'm calling it now. Undertale, our game of the decade.
Yeah.
Undertale 2.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I think isn't that coming or some spiritual sequel?
I think so. It's got a different name, but yeah.
Okay, it says this year could have been an insane game year if so many games hadn't been delayed and Cyberpunk wasn't broken.
If you don't take delays into account, every year could be an insane game year.
Yeah.
But yeah, the brokenness isn't what sounds bad about Cyberpunk. Actually, it's the shallowness that sounds bad about Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
that it's basically just a shooter.
Yeah,
I don't know. A shooter that plays as well as Fallout 4 doesn't sound so great in my mind.
I'm still curious about it.
I want to look at the city.
Yeah, I'm interested kind of in the story, in the world.
But I don't know.
Not enough to buy it.
No, I mean, who knows what's going to happen with that? That big lawsuit starts against them today.
Yeah,
the class action thing. So that'll be hilarious.
Yeah, it's still not back on PSN, eh?
Oh, not until they make it a working state.
I wonder when that'll be. Yeah,
I don't know. And does that mean like everyone who bought it on PS4 isn't getting patches in the meantime? Like that sucks too.
Yeah.
Well,
weird.
Sucks for them. Fine for us because I'm not playing it.
Weird year.
It's weird. I bet 21 will be somewhat less weird, but still weird.
Probably, yeah, but weird, hopefully in a better way.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet this is the year that everyone's going to start wearing hats.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's been, what, almost a century since that's really been.
Exactly. And I think Mavis is going to come back into fashion as a popular name.
Nice. It's happening.
It's happening. We're doing it. Wow.
Wow. Well, that was super fun. But exhausting.
Oh, yeah. All that looking
so much
back.
Talking. Thinking. Analyzing. Reflecting.
Yeah. I mean,
thanks for watching, everybody. Man, we had everybody came out for the final
joined in
show
on the
of the
game.
year.
Yeah.
I don't even have a list of everybody on this chat anymore.
Holy crap.
Can't go back far enough. But we had Cooper, we had Kovacs, and we had
Alex and
McKinley. And we had Green Rabbit. And we had Catman Dude.
Yeah.
And as Twitch Meme. Thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely.
I think that was everybody, yeah. Good times.
We're had by all.
We'll see you on Friday.
Yeah.
For some Gunman's Proof and some...
As much Zelda as I can handle.
Bumbling goof.
Yeah. Exactly. I think I'm just going to start with Zelda and play it until I hate it, and then...
Oh, okay.
I think that's the way to do it because I don't know how much I can do in I don't know.
No, I know. I figured, yeah, we'd like spend like a little bit of time just each week trying to get you out of this puzzle. Yeah.
Oh, maybe, yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, I didn't think it would. Yeah, I figured we'd make like a half-hour attempt and see what we're
interesting
dealing with.
Yeah. So,
like I said, I think you just got to be flipping the stones.
You think did you read that the portals are put under random stones?
I still haven't looked up that, but I'm gonna look that up. You were gonna look up something, but I can't remember what.
Yeah. I screwed around for a while and tried to find things at one point during Christmas break.
But you know where the Dark World warps are.
Yeah, well, I know where the one that I can reach is.
Right.
There's only one that I can reach.
And if it's not there, they just got to be randomized. But I'll look it up. And find out.
Yeah, it'll be. And that Dark World warp only gets me access to one more chest, I think.
What? No.
I think because I don't have the Moon Pearl, I can't go exploring in the Dark World.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't use my hook shot or anything in there. So it's it's gonna be.
Hopefully, Alex will be there and help us out.
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't know. I might have to restart. I don't know what the deal is.
It'll be an awesome way to start the new year.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Some bumbling.
I'm already looking forward.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. 2021, here we come.
Here we come.
That's what I say.
Try and stop us.
No, you know what my new saying for the new year is gonna be?
Oh, what?
Little game, 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 little game.